the front desk for the hospital. We're going up to the front desk, and this other lady in a wheelchair come up through the doors with us. And I was walking at the back of the line, keeping track of everybody.
That's better. I think.
She get up to the thing, and I'm standing behind everybody. And my dad goes, "There's 4 of us. Are you not hearing anything either?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to get it here? Is that what we're saying? 7? I'm kind of soft spoken, so there's no telling." Either way, while you get that figured out, where was I? Oh, so we get up to the front desk, and my dad's like, "Yeah." Uh, she didn't catch the beginning of the conversation talking about who my dad telling the lady who the patient was, which was him, and what we was there for, and what have you. But when she comes up to the conversation, she goes, "Yeah, there's going to be 4 of them in the room with, you know." He didn't say with me, but talking about the 4 of us being in there with them, my mom and my 2 sisters. So then this lady's going through her, checkout afterwards and what have you. And she goes, "Yeah, there'll be 2 of us in the room." And the lady goes, "Okay." And then me being on the back of the lady after she said that looked at me like, "Do they know you're there? Hello? Do they know you're there? Are they aware that you're with them? Hello? Hello?" And I just kind of looked at her and then went on about myself. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Then we get into the elevator together. We get into the elevator together, and she getting up the elevator, and my family's having a conversation amongst themselves. I'm standing behind my mom. No, I'm standing behind my dad in the wheelchair. My mom was pushing him. I just stood there to make sure he didn't move or roll. So we get that done, and getting that figured out. And she comes in beside us in the in the elevator. They're like all having their conversation. I'm just kind of standing there, staring at the legitimately the back of the elevator doors, just kind of in my head. And then the lady, I guess I sensed her looking at me. And I don't know if she had dementia, but she that's what the dude told me afterwards, and I was like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But all right. She looks at me and she goes, "Are you here with me? I can't hear you. Are you here with me?" And I didn't know if she was talking to me. So at first I was like, okay, whatever, no biggie. And then I looked over at her, but I looked over her like slowly. You know what I mean? Like I was always kind of like a weird, awkward kid, anyways. So I just kind of like slowly looked at her, and then just kind of smiled, and then looked away. Well, we made it out of the hotel, or the damn elevator, not the hotel. We made it out of the elevator, and the place we had to go was like just on the outside of the hotel, or the elevator. Like you come out of the elevator, you turn, and then you turn again, and the hallway that went down the middle of the building was like legitimately 5 feet away from the hotel. The lady was going like on down the elevator perpendicular to the elevator, the one that the elevator opened up to. I guess she didn't can see me or something.
How could she not see you?
I don't know. I do not know. I do
Just
not.
blocked you out of her head.
I'm just that good of a ninja. I don't know. So I guess I was walking in front, or maybe there was a waiting room on the back end of that elevator. So that way, when we went down the hallway that was parallel to the elevator, maybe we went off into a waiting room. I'm not quite for sure. Or like a lodge or something. I don't know. Either way. And all I hear from down the hallway is, "Where's the boy? Am I dying? What's going on?" And at that point, I knew that I was like, we gotta watch how much we play with the shadows because it fucks people up. And then after that, I was like, I was just that kind of, I don't know. That's what, like, I get I know what my dad get because I have that, fucking, like, my dad would go to Walmart and people would stare at him, okay, because he's a big guy in a wheelchair or one of the rotary carts and he doesn't look like he has to fucking, I don't know how many times we've been stopped because they're like, "You don't look disabled." And then he like pulls off his fucking Velcro boot and then like pulls off the sock and shows him like his fucking Frankenstein ass like sewed together pig's feet or pigskin ass toe that's like got three toes on it and they're all like cerebral palsy curled. And they're like, "Are you sure about that, ma'am?" And she like, "No, I was sorry.
No. You come kiss it now. Come kiss it and make it feel better.
So the bad thing is what he do? He's like, but look though, are you sure that's not disabled?" And then when she go to look back, he would fucking flex it. And the sad thing is, they took those like the way it worked is he was missing like on one foot he had no toes, so it was just the metacarpal. That and then it looked like a fucking like somebody sewed a beanbag together. Legitimately, like there was a seam that went across the front, and you could see where they like stapled or stitched it. And then you like the rest of it was just the past the knuckles of his foot. That was his foot. On the other side, it was the fucking we called it the hook because it would fucking like your toes already curl, but like he had this bunion ass toenail on the end that was like it was just fucking like hard as a goddamn rock. And it was flat as shit. He would kick you in the shin all the goddamn time with it. That's why that's why my shins are so fucking like, I can kick a goddamn wall with something with my shin. Okay. Either way. But he would go into Walmart.
Would you trade a young master?
Yeah, like fucking
the bunion toe style.
So then he'd like, and I've watched him do him at least a couple times. The person would go to look back, and they're like, "No, I'm pretty for sure." And before they could get to, "I'm pretty for sure that's disabled, sir. I'm so sorry." He would fucking flex it, and then like the fingers would move, but then like you know how like his metacarpal, like where the bone, like the little fucking socket where his toe was, it would flex and move. So then you just see like these fucking like rock nubs, like bumps, just move underneath the skin real quick. And she'd be like, "Ah." And then she'd like run off and she'd be like, I'm sorry. Kids, we need to go cereal snacks. We need to go get cereal. We need to go get cereal right now. And Dad's like, works every time. I just wish one of them would touch it. And I'm like, this is what you have Mom for. He's like, her included.
Yeah.
It's getting a little dry down there if you can't tell. And my mom would be like, Ike, I'll get it tonight. We get it every night. I will butter your toes. He's like, no, I don't want butters on my toast. I want my toes lotioned. And I'm like, you guys are weird. Okay, I'm sorry. I started this. I'm just gonna go back to where. What was next? He's like, cereal. And I'm like, Dad, no, we can't. We can't. He's like, no, we need cereal. And I'm like, can we just wait a few minutes? Like, what if we need bread? We don't have bread. We got a bunch of fucking bologna and cheese, but no bread.
Just for a few.
Yeah. And he's like,
give her a head start, okay?
He's like, that's smart. That's smart. He's like, I don't want to get kicked out of Walmart this soon. And so then again, my dad would have this problem with people staring at him because he was tall. It's like 6'7", 6'8". So it's like he's ways up there. Most people are going to stare at him. But even when he was sitting in the wheelchair, they would because, again, they didn't think he'd be disabled and then he'd have to prove it. And oh, yeah. We waited 30 minutes for diabetic circulation socks because the fuckhead in front of us in his disability cart decided that he was going to take 20 of those to stare at the fucking socks and then pick like all 5 of them up. That's another story I'll get to here in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
diabetic
was
diabetic socks. Or
that was
that guy.
The diabetic socks and that guy. That is when I learned that Dad's like, I don't care. You're gonna do what I tell you to, and I'm gonna get what I want out of it. Hello, my son. And I was like, okay. I am the tool. You are the brain. All right. Hive mind.
Yeah.
Well, so we go down to get the bread. We get the bread. We come back to go get the cereal. And as we're coming to get the cereal, the end cap for that shelf had a thing full of Frosted Flakes. And my dad was starting to get irritated because people were staring at him the whole way down to the cereal. He didn't make an effort to make a bunch of noise or anything during that time for them to stare at him. They were just staring at him. So then we get down to the aisle, and they had this shelf that had fucking Frosted Flakes full of it. He goes, okay, as we're getting down there, he goes, okay, everybody go get in front of me and go ahead and get in the aisle. And he said, Hunter, stay back for just a second. And my mom goes, damn it. Girls, get in front of the cart. So we go around the aisle, and as we're going into the aisle for the cereal, my dad goes, oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. As he's just raking his hand across the shelf, knocking all the fucking boxes of cereal over. So that way they're all staring at the boxes of fallen cereal instead of him. And then he just, like, guns it on the scooter and, like, pushes it as far as he can. And he goes, okay, guys, go. So then we're scuttling behind him to, like, walk but not run. We call it, like,
because you can't run
walk running. Him, yeah.
But
yeah,
like keep up with him.
Oh, no, I made it. We went past him. Mom didn't. She kind of struggled to keep up with him. Ish. And then she was like, okay. And then she leaned back a little bit and she, like, catted her footing. She was like, okay. And then she was up there with me and I'm like, all right. That's wonderful. And then we're passing the lady that we just punked out over my dad's toe as we're, like, all of that. She's like,
she called her friends as soon as she got in the car. You will not believe what just happened at Walmart.
It's okay. We go down another aisle after
Nobody
that.
believed her.
And they probably didn't. This poor thing. So we go down another aisle.
So the one person who he's also encountered there and done the same thing. No, that's real. I've been telling you guys for months.
They're like, we have a fan club in the back by the backstop for the toilet paper.
It's a trauma session.
Yeah, it's like an AA club. They're like, we're called the Ike Incident Club. We just kind of sit here and we're like, he was an asshole. And when he did that, and one time we went down one of the aisles. Okay,
we want to infiltrate and be like, no, you guys are the assholes. You guys, just so you guys know.
You guys don't understand. You guys caused this fuss upon yourself.
Was he an asshole? Sure, but you guys were
Yeah,
the first assholes.
like
One asshole spawns another.
Once again, we go into an aisle and everyone's just staring at him as he comes down the aisle. So he gets to the end of the aisle. And we're chit-chatting as we go through and grabbing stuff as we go. And we get to the end of the aisle. This one guy at the end was giving him, like, stink eye for no reason. And we get to the end of the aisle and he looks back and he goes, "Damn, everybody's dropping their pockets today, son. Did you see that?" And everyone in the fucking aisle looks down at the floor. And the first three people by us, the first guy looks down and he goes, "You fucking." And then the other lady was like, "Come on." And then the other lady was like, "I've done lost it twice this week." And I was like, just in one sentence, there's that much chaos. And he goes, "Don't ever abuse the power, son." And then just rides off into the fucking sunset on the next aisle. And I'm like, all right, whatever. One of our most recent trips to Walmart, though. We're going in there, we're searching for some stuff. My dad got either a disability check that come in or the tax check that year, but he was needing clothes. So we went to Walmart to get him socks. Usually we go to Walmart, we get Dr. Soul's diabetic socks. It's only the ones that work, the only ones that don't irritate him, the only ones that keep the throbbing to an extent at bay, and he can put his foot on the floor and not, like, feel the cracks in the fucking floorboards and cry about it.
So in diabetic socks, they're like the compression, aren't they?
They are just for basic, like, blood circulation, really. They're not necessarily just diabetic socks. It's just the fact that diabetics normally have feet circulation problems.
My brothers.
Yeah. So they buy them. Majority of the time, they buy a lot of them. Like, I buy them. I'm not necessarily diabetic. I just know it helps with blood flow, so I buy them just for the. I'll get a pair of them for the winter to keep warm, or I'll get a couple pairs of them for if I'm feeling crampy or stiff that day, type shit.
Yeah, it seems logical that if they're good for circulation, how about just making those regular socks?
You know, and that's, in all honesty, at that point, like you're
how about just making those regular socks, and then you have the non-diabetic socks.
They're for arthritis.
Just the ones that are like for lazy people who don't want to deal with it, I guess. I don't know. Because why wouldn't you just want your clients and your people?
Other people are like, why not just take a burlap sack and put a cuff on it and call it a sock, and then charge $9 for 12 of them? And then Dr. Scholl's are like, no, let's charge 12 for 3 pairs. They're woven to fucking God's green earth. And your feet will fucking don't have to worry about cold. You don't have to worry about arthritis. You don't have to worry about joint pain. Blood circulation. Don't have to worry about that. But no. So we're in this cart. Or my dad's in the cart for down the aisle for the socks. This other dude in said cart also is looking at the socks in which we needed. So I stood there for about 10, 20 minutes, a decent long while. We just sat there, waiting for this dude to get done with socks. And he'd like pick the same pair up, look at it, put it back, and then look at this other pair, and then pull it, and then like look at it, and then look at the thing, and then look at it, and then look at the thing on the thing. Like get like this close to the
stand,
the little
damn, and all that.
You know where they have the little rack that they go on, and then on top of the sock they have a little fucking price tag. Yeah. Looking at that. So then my dad was like, "Hey Hunter, go up to him and just stand there. Just get as close as you can, please, and just stand there. Please." And it was at that moment I realized that, like, it's not that my dad doesn't care about me, dad doesn't love me, what have you. It's just like at that moment I realized, you know, my dad is disabled. I am smart and I do have brain cells in there, but in the purpose of father-son relationship, I am the physical tool to his mental utility.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it, he takes the consequences of whatever happens because he'll talk his way out of it. I can, but he'll do a better job, and I don't care. So what did I do? I got so close, I could have started like biting hairs off the top of this dude's head and just ripping them out. That was my first thought. It wasn't like breathing down his neck. It was that. It was the fact that I was like, I'm close enough to tell how many hairs are sitting inside of your cowlick, much less the skin pores that are sitting underneath it. Versus my dick is touching something that is not the backrest for the seat. And then as I realized that, the guy's like,
He just gets all of them.
he grabbed like 2 or 3 of them. He just grabbed whatever he needed real quick. He's like, oh, shit. And then like scooted onward.
I don't blame him.
And the sad thing is, once I got there, I couldn't go anywhere else because my dad decided to come right up behind me with his cart and pin me with the basket of his cart in my ass between the other things. So like, it didn't matter if I had intentionally tried to like
move away,
like like take my worm and drag it across this dude's back without even trying. I was just pinched in there. I was like, oh, my nuts are a little snagged and pinched. Oh, and then I was like, hi, how you doing? I think my dad needs socks.
So move, motherfucker.
I did a lot of that. I stood I stood up on the backrest for the scooter. And that's one of the moments where I kind of felt bad because I was like, damn, I just punked a motherfucker out over socks. I was like, it's for my dad. I don't give a shit.
Wow.
This dude's been here for 20 minutes. He's had enough time to make his decision. Fuck him.
He needs to move.
So, yeah, that's my wonderful Walmart trips with Dad. Or any store trip, honestly. It's either that or we go to Stanton Optical and the lady gets like swooned over him, kind of. She's like, oh my gosh. And like legitimately, dude, my mom, my dad, I've had to wear sunglasses, and I probably still should. Like, I don't have perfect vision, but I have I may have 20/20 vision, maybe 20/10. I don't know. I do know, unfortunately, like, really, my eyes are just extra sensitive. So, like, where you get snow blindness with the thing, I do that with regular sunlight.
Mm.
Like, I'll go fucking blind over the snow or get a headache for like an hour and a half of looking at it. If I come out and I'm looking like you like this, I probably just woke up, and I'll probably look that way for the next 2 hours if I don't have a ball cap or sunglasses on. But like, that's what they prescribed me. They're just like, you have sensitive eyes. Just wear sunglasses. Have a good day. And I was like, and then like they go over to my other sister and they're like, yeah, you have a lazy eye and a stigma, and like fucking, there's this blob in here that it shouldn't be there, and it should, like, it's not doing anything, but it should probably come out. They're like, oh yeah, you have to wear, like, and mind you, this is when I was telling you earlier that like got hurt by one of her patients, so she's got back pains, and like for some reason one of them punched her in her temple, I'm assuming, and now she can't see out of her left or right eye.
Damn.
One of the sides. Yeah.
She fucked with an Xbox, or
she got golden gloves from 1960. Too many. Yeah. And she's like, I can handle him. And then he was like, fuck you, bitch. I don't have Vicodin. And then just.
Oh, so it was a dude?
Yeah, it was a dude, from what I understand. Yeah.
Even an old guy knocking out a young chick. That's crazy.
There's some nutcases up there. And I mean, she didn't do anything to deserve it. It just happened. But oh fuck, what was?
No, I'm just saying. It doesn't matter. Like what? It's not much you could deserve to just be knocked out like that.
Yeah,
like,
you get your shit whipped by fucking Eugene.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, so they're going in there and they're getting glasses, and my other sister's like, well, you should probably, you're not as bad as her, but you should probably also wear glasses. You're also sensitive to the sunlight, so we'll get you some glasses that transition into sunglasses.
Oh, okay.
My dad was the same way. Mom was the same way.
Yeah,
Mom was.
Just got some of them.
Dad's he can't see. He couldn't see shit up close.
He's farsighted.
But he could see shit far away.
Or is it? I don't fucking know.
No, that's farsighted, I do believe. Because you can see far away. That's what I understand it. My mom was the other way around. She read a lot of books, played a lot of video games, watched a lot of TV. So she could usually see shit up close in front of her. I equaled out and got okay vision. And I'm really sensitive to the sunlight. But I can see ridiculously well in the nighttime.
I can see good. I just the letters will start to blur together after
I do have like a concentration.
It's like 3 blocks. I can see about 3 blocks. I don't know what the fuck that is in miles. I don't know. But like 3 blocks, I can see the name of the road. After that, it's blurry.
Oh yeah, I'm starting to kind of worry or wonder if my eyesight's starting to get to the point to where I'm gonna probably have to get glasses, because it's like I used to be able to see like from here straight down your road, like all the way to the school type shit. Now it's like half that. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I can't read that street sign. I might need to get glasses. But
it's red light therapy. So it's like they're almost like this sleep mask that you put on, but it like beams red light into you. It's supposed to help recover your eyesight for really good things about it.
Isn't it? No, that's the red infrared sight. Or when before they came out with green night vision, they had red night vision. People were seeing demons and shit.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay. Yeah. They're seeing things they shouldn't.
Yeah, they're just firing the gun randomly compared to like everybody else is like, what the fuck are you shooting at? I'm shooting at that thing out there.
You don't see it flying over there?
Yeah.
And then they came to the realization that the goggles they were wearing were giving them like radiation. Making them see shit. Or it was just the fact that was a level of color that allowed them to see in that dimension.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like, it's very common, like, they've seen demonic looking things. Like, all of them? Really? That's what radiation does to all of them?
All of them are seeing gargoyles?
That's weird.
That's fucked up. Hold on a minute. And the dude's like, no, you don't understand, man.
That's funny. Speaking of like
things that they don't normally tell you, and things that pop up where they shouldn't.
Conspiracies and things that might not be real, might be.
May know a child or two. Okay. So that is on our. I should enter this. So a little bit of context, no names or what have you. My father wasn't on the gist of stories of my father, I guess, kind of going with that, as well as the conspiracies of such. But my family like my dad's older brother, some of our step family on that side.
Now I have to change my pouch. I've been thinking about it. Now you change yours.
I took mine out. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to switch because I think is it lower strip lip is stronger than the top lip?
I have no clue. I've never tried the top lip really.
That's probably why. All right. I think I'm gonna have to switch to 3s, which is a good thing. Because I think these are too high for me. Because I've noticed a couple of our podcasts, I've put one in and I have to take it out because I'm like getting a fucking Nick buzz, and I'm like,
I've noticed I've started taking them out more faster, I guess. Wanting the buzz faster.
I get you. Like it's a temperamental craving or a temporary craving instead of a longer lasting one.
Maybe it's just the flavor. I don't fucking know.
But my grandpa was, so my dad's dad was a Freemason. And from what most people understand, like Freemasons are nowadays in our region, they're called the Shriners Fest or the 4-H Fair, or it's like a workers union that.
What I've heard, the Shriners Fest is a place for Freemasons to go get drunk because they're not supposed to drink, and so that's a place where they're allowed to. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. And Kurt would say, Kurt Metzger would be like, doesn't matter what their name is, they're all the same fucking thing.
Yeah. It is not. That kind of goes with the ties in with the Illuminati with them as well. Kind of Either way, so most people know, like nowadays, it's like it's a workers union. It's off of people who are their lodges of people who they've been in the mason industry for a while. They've been in the ironworking industry for a while. There's multiple different ones other than the Freemasons, but like they say, it's the same deal. It's smaller, localized versions of people with too much power and too much money doing, most of the time, doing good for the community around them. Most of the time. And I'm not saying Freemasons don't. Most of the Freemasons that I've known are very, on top of the fact that they build buildings majority of the time, or lay the brick for the buildings or whatever it is. One guy I knew was he worked in Alcoa. No. He did a lot of things. He also, knew a decent bit about cars as well. Worked in a shop that had a computerized wheel balancer. No, transmissions. That's what he did. He did transmissions for a shop, and he could do them by hand. He got to the point where he learned and was good enough to do them by hand, and then they ended up coming in with a machine that they just took the transmission onto and calibrated all the shit for him. You put in a few digits here and there, it fucking hooked the machine up for you. Is it not?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get it to where it's good. Perfect. Like I'm filling with it to figure it out.
Like tuning your car on your radio.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what everything does. So I'm
playing with your chips.
Change this in there.
Yeah. My little toy.
Little toy, yeah, exactly. Once I figure the right setting, you'll be set.
Yeah.
And then
we'll go from there.
No, you're fine.
I'm just a test the guinea pig for it, per se.
Yeah. Because I can't focus on it while I'm talking.
Exactly.
So while you're talking, I can be making sure I'm hearing good with what I am hearing, and because I'm listening through this year,
but I'm
hearing for this.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I hear this first, and then I hear this.
So you don't hear?
It doesn't come in at the same time to me. No.
Gotcha.
It's got just enough of
a little bit of a delay for you.
Just enough for me to tell the difference. Yeah.
Good. At least it works. That's the whole gist of the deal. Now I forgot where the fuck it was.
Guy you knew.
Oh yeah, he was our bus driver as well. But he was not a. He was not like my grandpa was. I think. I think he was one of the guys that they're prominent here in our area, but they're more prominent in like Illinois as far as like authoritizing and ideologies and certain.
I get you.
They're very traditional
Yeah,
as
so
well.
I actually know that in the city that I was born, Flora, Illinois, there is a bell in like one of the main square areas in front of a building, and it's got the Freemason compass and everything.
Yes, usually, so Freemasons, you will usually recognize them, their lodgings or anything that they have property of, or they usually, it is a compass with a G on the inside of it, or a compass with a eyeball, usually seen on your dollar bills. It's also where that eyeball comes from, is the Freemasons as well. Most people don't realize it, but back in the day, beforehand, like when George Washington, Ben Franklin, Mozart, them guys, that era of things, they were around those eras. They were, the Freemasons wasn't necessarily only just a workers' union, but they used the charities and that back in the days to, like back when our banks and what have you were based off of gold and silvers and metals instead of like the reserves and what have you it is now. When it was actually bank based, when it was actually, um, they were our like banking system, our account system. They not necessarily helped us keep the money clean and wash it, but they helped us secure the money for like our government. They helped with the charities and with working and with what have you. They were um, using it to fund the government. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying like what have you. It's the early stages of a government. They're gonna have to get the funding somewhere. And if it's a government that's for the people, then the people rightly, at some extent, should pay for, the what they are trying to create in an extent. So, like the Freemasons, they'd work, they'd make buildings, they would construct places for us to make settlements and this and that, homes and houses. But then they would turn around and they would invest that money back into the building. Whether it was, hiring the people to work there.
So it's like their way of lobbying.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. It was they were
not necessarily recruiting people, but they were
prominent people within the society that had opinions on how society should be ran.
They were the people to the people of the government.
Yeah, and so they would get together and then kind of like basically it's
before we had the Constitution, they were hey, we're going to make this idea, this is going to happen, we're going to enforce the fact that, if somebody buys something, they own it, and that's theirs, so you can't take it from them. You can't stab each other in the street, don't fuck each other's wives. Like, it was very, like, back in the day, they were very much, they don't hold as much power as they do now up front, but they did back then. They were very much a well-known, like, they are still now. If you see a Freemason or what have you, you should respect them. You should respect everybody, no matter their title or authority or what have you. It's just, excuse me. But, and a lot of times it's not as prominent. The logo. Sometimes it'll just be a G. Sometimes it'll just be the compass, but it won't be a compass. It'll just be the shape of the compass. Sometimes it'll just be the eye conspicuously placed in a triangle that you don't really see the triangle. You just gotta, like, it's worked into the design of everything else kind of shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what they did back in the day. Was they as far as workforce and the infrastructure of the community, they were that not necessarily enforcer, but you got your manager of your store, right? Say we're running a restaurant, you got your manager of your store, okay? Like George Washington. George Washington is the manager of your McDonald's near you. Work on that theory. And say he's got fucking Andrew Jackson and Ben Franklin and a couple of other guys, Benedict Arnold, you know what I mean? Like, he's got them as his shift managers. That's that kind of dealio. They just they don't necessarily kind of not care about the people, but they supervise, they keep care of. They're like, hey, the people have been coming up to me and saying we don't have enough of the fucking 2X shirt sizes for the plus size people that we're hiring on here to run this restaurant type shit. Or, you know, in the sense of a community, hey, our sewage system is causing us to have like diseases and dysentery among the community. We might need to figure that out. Gerald over here has been itching the same green sore on the side of his face for the last week, and it's been spreading. I think his daughter's getting it.
So it's like
he mumbles now.
Republic, but like a secret or a
in an
only
extent,
a loud,
it is
an allowed republic or a approved republic, to where you have to be approved to be in the Freemasons.
Yeah, it's like
but you also do speak for the people.
Yeah,
and the way you get approved is to speak for the people
or create an invention.
But it's not voted. Like, it's not a democracy.
No,
It's more like a republic of, like, you're an appointed official, but we're going to appoint you.
Yeah, very much so. Like, you're the figurehead, but we do the thinking, kind of thing. We'll run the ideas across to you. We may tell you just to do a couple of the ideas and not run them across to you.
Fair.
We may accidentally steal the president of a Venezuelan country and then just drop him on your doorstep. You do with that what you will after that point.
Yeah.
No. So, and
it's like the Build-A-Bear group.
Yeah,
very similar to where it's like just a bunch of rich, influential people getting together and making plans.
It is
behind the scenes.
It is legitimately not necessarily the founding fathers, but it is one of our first, as a country, as a society, as America, is one of our first forms of people in the backgrounds running the puppet master show kind of deal.
Deep state.
Yeah, kind of elitist background.
Yeah, I've heard a bunch of theories about how DC's planned out in a specific way to demonstrate Freemasonry numbers, the road layout. There's a lot of it. There's pentagrams in there.
Like and people are like, ha ha ha. It goes to like a level of Da Vinci Code type
the Washington
shit.
Monument's literally just a obelisk from Egypt, which boils down to a big giant dick.
Yeah.
You know, look at my white dick. Yeah. That's what we're saying with.
It's legitimately a, hey, we did this, bitch.
Look at my giant white
You
dick,
see that?
bitch.
I got a bigger one than yours. I got the greatest dick in the country.
Yes. Let's float that idea on the trail. Hey, make a bigger dick than Washington's. Make it on the opposite side of that same little water area.
You know, you tell him that, and he'd be like, I will make sure that we see it from the satellites.
It's going to be golden. It's going to be gold.
It'd be so shiny. So shiny. You'll have trouble seeing the glare from the camera than you will the obelisk.
But yeah,
greatest obelisk ever.
I agree that like they were definitely. There's a lot of evidence to suggest that they were deep into the Freemasons and
as far as
all that. Yeah.
So as it goes on, through society. It's they, not necessarily because it's run by older people, wiser. They have wisdom as well. It's not just money and authority. They have learned things. They've done things. They've done jobs. They're those people that do the nitty gritty shit that nobody else wants to do, but they still give them a decision because they do the nitty gritty shit.
And just like any person in ever, once you're successful, you're like, hey, I have something to tell other people
That might help them
successful.
also become.
So, yeah.
It's like if you can follow down the same trail and hopefully get something from it and better yourself from it, then please.
Everybody's got that, even at a micro level. We're like, hey, I found a better way of doing this, or hey, I learned this. I'm going to share this experience with you.
Like with the eggs at work, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But we switched up the oil that we use with the eggs for breakfast in the morning. They taste better. They taste. There's less oil there, more egg. It doesn't take away from the flavor, but it doesn't.
So you're not using the spray stuff no more?
We do every now and again. Like if I'm in a hurry, I'll spray paint down and I'll sprinkle the stuff on it and I'll put the eggs in there.
Gotcha. But you're mainly like.
But like if Josh or Derek, or not Josh or Derek, if Blake or Derek does them, or if like I'm making a second round of them, and I already know I got breakfast sitting out there and I don't have to rush to get that second round out or that next round of breakfast out, I will just take the little the gray thing, I don't know what the hell it's called, the spreader, spatula.
I call it Zorberg's beard.
Whose beard? Oh yeah,
Zorberg's
like
beard.
it's just tentacles on the end of a fucking. That's exactly what I think of every time. I'm like, it's tentacles.
So how I ask it for it, I'll be like, hey Nathan, can you hand me Zorberg's beard there? And he'll grab it for me. He knows what I'm saying.
It's good to know. It's good to know. But I'll grab that. And
mustache, I guess is what it is. Not a beard.
It can be a beard. I can see it being more. Well, for him, I guess it is a mustache. Fuck it. If it works, it works.
Facial hair.
Yeah.
Zorberg's facial hair.
He has facial hair. That's what it is. So like, and I'm not saying they got corrupt or what have you, or that my grandpa did stuff like this, but my grandpa was a treasurer for them, hence the reason that keeping the dollar straight, keeping track of it, what have you. They like. And you may know so much from being in Illinois, and other people who've lived there probably know as well. But some of the townships that you would get into before you get to the township, you'd see a street sign outside the border of the town, usually close to wherever the actual town sign is. Like how you go to Boonville and they have that plastic or the cement, like going into a cul-de-sac kind of sign. Usually by that cement sign, or up the road from that sign, they'd have another sign with your traditional logo for the Masons on that street sign. And usually it would say authority of or property of. And that usually meant that whole town was owned by the Masons. That whole settlement, that whole whatever, if they have that street sign, it was well known that they owned or had a very large part to play in the function of that township's.
I don't know if I've ever seen one of those necessarily. But it probably was something I never was really looking for either.
Not necessarily.
I just remember the bell thing because I've seen it so many times.
And sometimes it's shit like that too, like it's on monuments in the middle of town type of deal. But the only reason we noticed it is because Dad knew about it and would point it out to us. So it'd be like, yeah. And he's like, it's not just the fact that it's not like they donate a bunch of money to the town. It's like their ruling is over the town. Like they have meetings about Barbara's pie sitting on the window for too long, and they make a fucking law that she can only have it there for like 15 minutes.
But and the bad guy in every Steven Seagal movie, but they're not always a bad guy.
Yeah, no, they're not like, it's like,
But it's just that
there
character of like, I own the city. This is my city.
yeah, like
You
it's
know.
50-50 chance. There are probably some of them out there that like, this is my child that I take care of and I prosper and I, you know, I have 50,000 people that stay here and they're all happy and they all live here or love to live here and they all love the jobs they have type shit. And then there's the other dude that's like, yeah, like beats his wife and then like embezzles the money from the local casinos and the like St. Jude Orphanage like fucking charity fund. Okay, and then he like tells all the cops that they get, like can't pull him over or any of his family. Like they have the fucking immunity or some shit.
Son gets pulled over for drunk driving.
They're like, oh, you're Timothy McGraw, Garlison's son. It's okay, buddy. You're only going 180 and a 25.
Yeah, we're gonna give you an escort home because you're drunk, and then that's about all we're gonna do.
Yeah, we'll let your dad handle it after that. Now watch your speeding, buddy. You get home and his dad like with pissed off thick.
But it's also if you like you want to put in a good word with me for your dad, you know, that'd be cool.
Look, I'd like to be the sheriff someday. Just once a week, you know, we can work something out.
Your gas is on me. Then $40.
Yeah. I know you wasted a pit of gas. Go fill it up before you take it home, actually. We won't follow you. Don't speed again. Or we will follow you. But no, it's like, the way my dad explained it is he's like, most of those people of that, when I looked it up, it was not necessarily like a secret society, the Freemasons. It's not necessarily. It's just a society with secrets. You know what I mean?
Get you.
So it's, if you dig deep enough, you'll find them. There's gonna be a few.
The way I've heard it, a lot is this is like so when you sign up for something,
it's like
they have the terms of services.
Club. Yeah, it's like a country club, but on a little 11.
Nobody really reads all of the terms of services, and so it's like they're telling you what they're going to do.
Yeah,
who they are.
They tell you the handshakes that you have to do, which they have.
You know, you're not actually going to pay attention to what they're doing.
Yeah, no.
Or who they are.
You know that goat is getting sacrificed next to that baby, but it's all for the fortune of law.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, but Dad was very much one. He was like, they're very old tradition. They're the kind of people that are like, your wife steps out of line, it's okay to like smack her the fuck back in line. He's like, obviously I don't do that to your mother and we don't think that's right, but he's like, yeah. He's like, we went to a couple of church meetings and he's like, not actual meetings, but they would talk about stuff at work and the wife would say something from one of the other dudes that his dad was talking to, his couple, and he's like, sure fucking enough, buddy. He's like, they just fucking reach over.
Damn.
Just reach over. He's like, and it's not like a fuck you, it's like a, I told you to shut the fuck up, you say it again, you're gonna go out to the car. And my dad was like, he's like, yeah, your grandpa didn't do that. And I don't believe in that. He was like, but he's like, my dad understood why I didn't want to be doing all that nonsense, what have you. He's like, I just went and did something outside. Like we had an uncle who was auditioning to be a player for the Cardinals. And I think he ended up hurting himself and ended up becoming like the surround sound dude for celebrities. Go to people's houses and do their surround sound systems for them. And then like he get paid ridiculous money for it. And that's what he did. He just left. That was it. But like and I might be wrong on some of this stuff, but like it's, from my understanding of it, in between like George Washington's era, and like right before my dad's era, it was very much just like a legalized mafia. Not that it was chaos and they did what they wanted and fuck this and fuck that, but like it was very much like very similar to mafia or like a criminalized organization. It was just not necessarily under a legal name, but more so of a legal ruling.
Yeah.
They just did it the
It
right
was
way.
just assumed as okay, and then they made sure that they didn't overstep any legal boundaries.
Yeah.
But they are also the ones who kind of tailored what the legal boundaries are
to begin with to fit their own needs.
so that they can operate legally while still maintaining
the
good control.
non-legal, the grip of intimidation of some sorts on it. And I mean, not all of them that way. Again, some of them are actually feeding into the the government or the society or the people of their community instead of writing, eating, and feeding off of it.
Not everybody is like
no.
Like a lot of the time, something that I've heard brought up is like Christians. Like, do you know what Christians have done? It's like, no, what those Christians have done.
Not me.
I know what I know the horrors of the holy wars and like
I know what the Crusades and the Templar Knights did.
Fucking witch hunts and all that. Like, I understand, but that was those Christians. Those were then at that time in that place. Yeah. Like, so I don't know what bearing does that have. Like, that just goes to be like
nowadays,
those
people are that way because they did that one time.
And you're gonna say that those pagans, those people who don't believe in God, they invaded villages back in the day, and so
murdered children under the name of
too. It's like, I don't know. I just
advancement over time. You tend to realize that you don't have to necessarily go all that far just to show your devotion.
It's like even during the Crusades and all that, there was people who didn't participate. There was people who didn't join in on the witch hunts. Like, they refuted them. So it's like
there was people that were like, I still like Christ, but she's like just mixing aloe and salt together. The Freemasons
probably have people who just follow the edicts of it and then don't do harm.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and there's probably some who do harm accidentally, thinking that they're doing right. And then there's probably some of them that do harm because it's
their thing. Yeah. They like it. They get off on it. But and for all I know nowadays, it could just be a bunch of old men who are retired from their jobs and they're like, fuck it, we'll just sit here and get drunk at our versions of the veterans bar.
I'll listen to Randall Carlson every now and then. He's admitted that he's like a 32nd degree Freemason. He doesn't practice anymore necessarily, but
that's what my grandpa was.
He was a carpenter originally, and now he's like all into geology and ancient cultures and shit like that. That's why I find it fascinating.
I get you.
But so it's like Freemason. I like to just listen and figure it out, like patterns, and listen to see like the what you're talking about, Knights Templar. It's pretty much just how every culture has been run forever. Like
there's some kind of behind
like
the
wheel.
The
Vatican ran Rome essentially.
Enforcer that keeps things.
There's a secret society that's not super secret. They're kind of known, but they also have the vice control of every.
It's more of a regional thing. You don't want to know.
Exactly. Yeah, like even the mystery schools of ancient Egypt. The same thing was like we were the inducted, we were the initiated, so we get to control what the pharaoh does. Even in that time, like the pharaoh took the priest's words as like what they should be doing, and the priests were people who went through the mystery schools, which is very much like what you're describing with Freemasons is the ideal of like they're not a secret society.
They're just a society with secrets. Yeah. So sometimes you got to get your hands dirty to get those results or get that job done or what have you. But like, and in that instance, I get like Dad would tell us stories where he's like, I don't know what happened, but a couple of guys in suits came to the house, talked to Grandpa. They left. They left. Grandpa grabbed his cane, and Dad was like, usually whenever he grabbed his cane, it's just a meeting. But if he didn't grab his cane and he walked out, and not necessarily a hurry, but a brisk walk, yeah, 90% of those times he'd come back with a bag of peas on his hand. The other guys wouldn't be there anymore. They would have done left. But they'd drop him off and he'd come into the house. He'd put on a bag of peas on his hand.
Big dude too.
Huh?
Grandpa.
I'm assuming. I've only seen pictures and he's been sitting down. But like it's from what I understand, yeah.
Like
My
an
dad
enforcer
was
type.
my dad was like he wasn't as big as me. For whatever reason I got a ridiculous amount of the genes that was on that side. He goes, but he goes, Grandpa was still a decent guy. He goes, I think before he like passed and started getting ill, I think he said he was like 6'2", 6'3", and that was with him scrounged over. And he's like he couldn't. He was like he goes. He was kind of like I was with you kids. You know, most of my life he was an older guy, so he could get stuff done. He could do the work, and he'd hold his own right there with me. That's kind of what I was like. He's like he's like, you've got the frame for it, but me and your grandpa were very like cornbread, steak and potatoes, country boy, fed and bred. And I was like, okay. He goes, no, buddy, you don't understand. Grandpa got me pissed off one time because we lost the bulls. We needed to plow the field, and he got me pissed off one time, and then hooked me up to the plow, and then had me go out there and plow the whole field hooked up to that plow. He goes, you've got it in you, and you'll figure out how to use it, and hopefully you don't have to do stupid hard work like that, like I did, but don't worry about hurting yourself too much. You'll heal. It'll be okay. You'll get stronger. It'll be all right. He's like, because that's just what we fucking do. He's like, you're going to beat the fucking piss out of yourself some days more than you are actually going to get something accomplished. Just give it a minute. We'll turn back around. And it might be bruised, but you'll figure out whatever the fuck it is and figure it and get it done. I'm like, okay. And it's like,
I got to take a piss.
You're good.
Gotta take a piss. Oh, shit.
I might go after you. Might go with you. No, I'm just kidding.
Just taking a little bathroom break, getting shit situated. Again, crazy shit, Freemasons. Look at them. Hopefully, we'll bring some of that Freemason luck over here. No, thank you. I ain't making no deal with no damn devil. Especially not for no just damn fame. Fuck that. No. Yeah. Again, seems just like a big old boys club though. Freemasons get together, talk about our plans for the week and shit. If we got the ability to imagine a future, then let's talk about getting that future that we imagine. You know, let's work towards it. That's what it seems like to me. Bilderberg Group, very similar. And, you know, bunch of rich assholes. And I say rich assholes because they're like, fucking, don't be in secret. Don't do that weird shit with the owl. You don't have to do all that. That's asshole shit. Just be rich weirdos. That's okay. Shit even kind of points towards like, yeah, what's going on with the Epstein's files. It's like, it just seems like a bunch of people who do fucking weird degen shit, gross, nasty, evil shit, and then they just hang out together. Just do business with one another. Let each other know, like, you know, what's coming around, what we doing this next month, how we gonna make money, how we gonna change the world. Just saying how I think that it's just like a boys club kind of meet behind the scenes and talk about our day, and then if we have a view for the future, then let's talk about that future and try to work towards it. Like the Bilderberg Group, and what it seems like the same thing that's going on with the Epstein files is like it's just a bunch of rich people getting together, doing gross, evil shit, and then just doing business with each other behind the scenes. How can we make money? How can we influence the world? How can we make sure that everything goes the way we want it to? And let's keep dirt on one another so that we have to, you know, have a good partnership here. So nobody gets out.
And that's kind of how, like...
So it's like a grosser version of the Freemasons. It's like a more of a...
The Illuminati was my... Like, that was that transition into that. As it's... You know, the Illuminati was that branch off for that. It's kind of where they're like, we have different ideology, just conflict with yours. So we're going to go over here and do this thing. And call ourselves this thing. And do this thing.
Gotcha.
We're going to, you know, and it's by no means, neither person is nobody you should cross or disrespect or hate or what have you. It's just two different ends of the pond. One's doing it legitimately, while from what I understand, other than the, like, elitism of the Illuminati, because from what I understand, the Illuminati's an undisclosed version of the Freemasons. We don't know anything about them. We don't know who they are.
It's not supposed to exist.
Not supposed to, but it is very much just it's the criminal world's CEO version of that.
Yes.
from what I understand.
So can you believe this guy running cover for the Freemasons? we know they run everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're totally involved with the
everything.
Yeah.
The building of your fucking the next like children's park that you guys get, or tennis court, or like city garden. Check into it.
That's why government starts with a G. G. Freemasons.
Yeah. That's where it's at, man.
That's why GOAT, greatest of all time, starts with a G. Freemasons.
Yep. Great. Same fucking deal. Good? Yeah. You got it. But no, it is like yeah. Like, and I mean, it's not necessarily necessary evil, but I feel like there's like at our work, there's some people that just kind of float around in the void and still make shit do what it needs to.
Yeah, you get what you're saying.
You don't necessarily, you don't get as much credit. You don't get as much, wow, buddy, look at you go. You're just a little star. I mean, sometimes you do. You get snippets, you get peeks of it. But, you there's no usual, kids nowadays call it grinding. When you, but no, it's like you, yeah, you work in the shadows. You just kind of.
I get why it could, or like, I can understand why it works, because you don't have to it's more efficient than having to run it through 3.5 billion people.
Yeah.
Is
this going to look correctly? What do you think of this?
Yeah.
This is where it's...
Or even to the point of 52 states, 50 states. 52.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Whatever we're
it's
at.
It's going to be 52. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get Puerto Rico in Venezuela at some point.
We pretty much have Puerto Rico. They just don't pay taxes. I don't know why we don't just state it.
That's even worse.
I really don't understand. Give them.
They're like, look, guys, just sign this. Just sign it. That's it.
Give them voting rights. Make them pay taxes. And then same thing with Venezuela. Let's do it. And then we'll have Greenland, so we'll be up 53. And then Canada wants to keep pushing. We'll take 54.
And I could be very wrong, and this could be the moment the SWAT team comes flying through the door. But and this again just could be me, very well. And I'm not saying Trump's doing any wrong.
Oh, he's doing wrong.
I'm not saying he is. I don't know enough to say anything really, but I feel like I'm getting a very itchy hand, a mind comfy itchy hand.
I don't know about that, but he is definitely seems like he's wanting to try to be leader.
I'm smelling reminiscence of there may not be death camps or Auschwitz in the near future, which from what I understand, a lot of what we've seen photographed is kind of a hoax. It's more for show. Intimidation factor, not a thing they actually did. But I'm having a feeling that America may be slowly trying to take over everything.
I think it's all land grabs. At this point, it's land grabs.
It's we're the higher power. I want this. I want
there's
that.
There's a good argument for why Konstantin Christen argued this. He's basically we've seen with Ukraine that, and then the threats from China to Taiwan. Basically, they're the rules-based order doesn't exist anymore. It's crumbling. It's falling apart, and so the idea of you're going to listen to America because America is morally superior. America is technically superior or militarily superior.
At some point, we are better at something than at somebody
it's gotten to the point where they're at least at close enough parity to where they're like, yeah, doesn't matter. Um, we're either going to catch up to you or we are better than you already. And morally speaking, you don't really have a leg to stand on after Afghanistan and Iraq. So they're like, so we're just going to kind of do what we need to do to ensure our nation's future.
Mm-hmm.
And then Trump's watching that happen and being like, oh, okay, well, then I guess that's what I'm going to do too.
I can understand that.
Yeah, it's
And
just.
then that's with a wall, and then there's
it's just his way of being like, because it can be argued with, like, especially like the immigrants issue is like, not just immigrants, but people who are born here too. Like, if America gets into a really big conflict, say we really truly are invaded, say Mexico is part of that invasion,
or just within ourselves, we have a conflict.
Say again. A lot of South America is part of that invasion. Do the immigrants fight with America?
Or do they fight with
or
the
do
immigrants?
They fight with the other army?
You know, and it's not like
if China invades, this even goes for some native-born Americans though. Like, if China invades, are people going to willing to take up arms to repel them?
Or are they going to
just
be
capitulate to them and be
I have a Chinese descent, so now I'm going to fight for my Chinese descent. Fuck you.
So it's
long live China.
It just seems like it's definitely going to the way of like.
Feels very wild westy.
There's going to be some sort of conflict that's got to come up. It's got to come up.
To a head.
Yeah, I think both civilly, Civil War wise, and also foreign wise. There will be a major conflict.
Yeah, it's very like there's a war within ourselves and with other people.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of I think it's necessary. It's like a married couple. Every once in a while, they have to have a good fight. You know, get all the tension out.
You gotta have some angry sex.
You really, get to the core of what's bothering you and see if you guys can fix it. And,
your socks smell this week type shit.
So it's like they have to, come together and decide.
Not always. Sometimes it's like, hey, I've asked you to pay the car insurance 3 times.
That's what we've been doing for almost like 200 years. Well, not 200 years, about 100 years, 150 years since the last Civil War.
Yeah.
So we've been like, discussing our problems out, but it's getting to the point where it's like
nobody wants to listen.
Nobody wants to listen, and then we've held our problems in too long to where it's like festered.
And now they're not problems; they're like issues.
Yeah, and then it's like they've gotten way further than what other people wanted it to go, and
like hoarding.
Yeah, you're basically hoarding up your resentment, and then.
Of whatever it is, then you
and then
corrupt the government or two.
It's just starting to. I'm not looking forward to it because my kids are going to be the age to where they're going to be fighting in it potentially. But I also I'm just a realist. I see. Yeah. I see the patterns. I see where it's heading. Unless we have somebody who can really unite.
Not a messiah, but
it's not going to be a Democrat. I can tell you that. Maybe a Republican 3 or 4 terms down the line, somebody who's not really related to Trump, or a Democrat who once was a Republican who's trying to bring the Democrats back to Republicans. It'd be awesome to have a fucking third party. That would be this ideal solution.
Of people who actually have their shit together. But I mean,
my personal solution is everybody just votes a name. It doesn't have to be somebody who wants to be president. Everybody in the world,
who they think should be
exactly, and then whoever that name ends up being doesn't have a choice.
That dude gives it a try. He has to at least give it a try.
Yes, he has to get his cabinet together, figure out who he wants to help run the country.
It could be like that movie where it's like the dumbest dude on earth type shit.
Yeah.
But no, seriously though, it's and I'm not just saying they kind of did with Donald Trump to an extent. It's why not variate the pool of genuine people.
Yes. Yeah.
To it's not necessarily give every Joe Schmo a chance, but something's not
Yeah,
working.
not just the political class. Yeah, it's
Like,
always politicians, it seems.
I kind of feel like, you may need
It's
to, like,
always a politician who ends up running the country.
broaden out the sources. And I'm not saying get some unbiased fool in there to use as a puppet. I'm just saying, I don't know, try a different point of view is all.
Yes.
Yeah, but, yeah, and...
That's why, like, I personally, Joe Rogan. I'll run Joe Rogan, and let's see.
I'm honestly going to have to start listening to another podcast other than the Legends of Adventurous. So I may, not to be like a bandwagon kind of guy, but I may just start with that and see where it goes. So I listen to that podcast every now and
I
again.
have to really think about the second one for Vice. Maybe even be Rogan for vice president.
But just to unbiased
But just to have
person.
somebody, yeah, exactly. And somebody who's like extremely open, willing to talk, willing to like get down. Like it'd be like, this is what I did today. I'm just explaining to you what decisions I had to make. And, like I'm okay with taking an hour out of my, I'm okay with taking 15 hours a week to explain to you what's going on.
Yeah, I may be mansplaining to you and you may be annoyed by it, but you'll at least have this information to make the steps forward to
and have
address
somebody
and
who
assess whatever the
understands
issue is.
they don't know everything.
Yeah.
I don't want somebody in there who thinks they know everything. I want somebody in there who's like, I'm going to find the people who know the shit, and I'm going to talk to them, and then we'll make a decision.
Even if it is
be open about that.
The fucking where the ice cream button is on the desk, the neat little knit tricks and shit like that. It could be just the, one of the maids has a hip replacement, so please don't ask her to wipe anything lower than 4 feet type shit. But, I don't know. Oh.
There we go. Perfect solution. I want Dave Smith, Andrew Wilson. Just because they won't exactly agree all the time. So it keeps it to where like a fair argument has to be made on one side or the other.
I feel like
Like they really have to decide.
There's got to be different point of views. And one of them's got to be a homeless guy. One homeless guy. And I'm not just saying for comedic relief.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm just saying there has to be one homeless guy.
Or somebody who's at least close enough. Like we need some Kurt Metzger and Duncan Trussell up there in the cabinet.
Theo
Yeah, he runs around that same circle. Yeah, it's very much like, yeah.
Yeah, like just a...
Even Theo Braun would work, yeah.
Just a...
normal fucking guy.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that, like...
Don't come out there in a fucking suit.
Like,
bro, wear
like
a
bow
fucking
dunk,
shirt and
but
pants.
just
Be a normal person.
Like he's just there, being there, doing there, seeing there. In that moment, there in that moment. It's just,
I kind of felt like the Epstien files was very much like that. Like, there wasn't a whole lot interesting in it. I just found that it was like very much
a whole lot interesting.
Freemasons. There wasn't a whole lot interesting.
No, I mean it's just an island of ditties.
Pizzagate might be true. Then he represented the Rothschilds, which is pretty big.
That's not the Roswell. I'm thinking of something else, right?
Roswell was the UFO crash. Rockefeller was the monopoly, like the steel, I think it was steel or oil.
Mining, yeah.
Yeah, one of the two. And then the Rothschilds, no, that's a old family name. They've been running fucking banks for centuries. Or at least a century.
Yeah.
Like they are kind of in the Freemason scenario, like a side of a situation where they run up behind.
They're the employees that
they
run the fryers and make sure that the fries don't burn.
A lot of global blanking decisions trying to get that going, and then owning the gold blanks. Allegedly, I guess I should say. I don't fucking know.
Gold blanks?
Global. So, they started, I'm pretty sure they were like the first one that started like the first national banking system.
Oh.
Like they're old.
I should know that, yes.
Old money, old power.
History was not my favorite class.
No, just conspiracy shit for me.
But I remember it. It's there. Photographic memory. When you tell stories, I imagine it. You're good. I'm still recovering from the last one. I don't know what it is. It's different. Makes me breathe different.
So
breathe.
Bill Gates did get an STD from a Russian hooker, and then was emailing Epstein to give him antibiotics so he could crush it up in his wife's drinks, food.
Because he gave it to her?
So that she wouldn't get it, yeah, so she wouldn't find out. I think it was the clap.
He thinks. You're not sure. He's like it all itches. I don't know what to tell you.
He tried to get Elon Musk to come hang out one time. He's like, come hang out with these UN ambassadors and we'll have a good time. And Musk is like, dude, I'm running 2 businesses right now. I have way better things to do with my time. This would be a waste of time. And Epstein replies, is like, dude, I'm not retarded. This is a party and all the girls are going to be under 25. So he was just trying to get Musk to come hang out, and Musk was too autistic to understand that it was code speak.
Good for him. Good for him. He was like, no, why the fuck would I want to do that? And then the dude's like, we know. What you're really going to be doing is. And then.
I don't know why I tried to give that a D. You just told me no.
No, you're good. It doesn't mean I won't say yes the next time. I just use it. But yeah, it's like it's okay. He's made it past me in that book if that's the case. And no offense to him if it is something that he takes offense for, but you can call it retarded or autistic. But it's like, if anything screams retarded or autistic, or like maybe not wired mentally like normal people, could be like sending your most prized possession prototype of a car on a spaceship into space, just into the fucking unknown. You don't know where it's going. You just shot it up there. You're like, fuck it. Hot Wheels. Next level. Like, and I mean, everybody in their right mind with that much money and knowledge would also send a fucking prototype of their car that they just made into space. Like, if I was in his situation, I would also do it. Why not?
Yeah.
But, like...
I had this idea of...
That's a unique
what
kind of...
What he's going to do is, like, he's trying to have all these kids with all these women, too, right? Musk is. He has, like, 13 kids. Or something like that, if not more.
Sorry.
Yeah. Some of them are just, like, insemination procedures. Like, he doesn't even really have sex with them.
He was just gonna like
get some with kids. Yeah, he just wants more kids. So I can just I'd seen a scenario where he's like, you know what, panspermia, I'm going to be panspermia. So he just rockets out a bunch of vials of his like sperm all over the universe, and it just lands in these different worlds, starts life on these different planets based on Elon Musk DNA.
He's like 25-year-old. I got a Klingon. I found what
I just found that
xenomorphs actually are.
concept, like, I could see him doing something like that. Like, I'm gonna shoot off a bunch of vials of my sperm, see how many planets I can impregnate.
That is like the biggest ever. You're just kind of like, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do. You know what's gonna happen. That's wonderful for him. I am wheezing.
Just a whole planet full of autistic dinosaurs.
One of them makes a lamp somehow. They all stare at it for like hours on end, and then they look at the sun. And then they look back like we have one of those right here.
There's one that has to lay on a certain type of leaf. As soon as that leaf gets too old, they have to replace it. If they can't find it, they fucking lose their mind. It's the feeling. It's the feeling of the leaf. I gotta have that leaf.
No offense, but
It's just,
Land Before Time.
yeah.
Kind of like, wow. When your childhood makes you feel like you might be that kid, and then you realize you may have watched a whole series of movies about an autistic dinosaur. That leaf made it through 5 different movies.
So I'm saying.
And then he did almost lose his shit and kill everyone, and then they found another one, and then they found his mom. And then he lost his mom again, I don't know.
Good tie together, I guess. Secret societies, Epstein. There really wasn't much to say about the whole Epstein thing. He may be alive.
He was not alive in the first place.
You know, he's dead and he committed suicide. I don't believe he committed suicide at all because his neck was broken in a way that isn't normal for just a suicide.
Did he door hang himself? Again?
You know, like a bed sheet to a prison bed. I guess that was like
okay, he's in prison. My bad. I was about to be like, what the hell is with these people with their jank ass, like fucked up? Like they have money and they're just like,
I want a prison bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the fucking ripcord from a trash bag.
No, he was in prison and got moved to a cell by himself, and then the people who were supposed to be watching him just so happened to fall asleep.
That's a mistake.
And then the camera stopped working for the most part. And
just quit still, yeah.
Yeah, and then prior to that, his cellmate was ex-cop who was like a roided out cop. And he was like, when he was a cop, he was like running the streets of like drugs too.
I would assume if he's roided out.
Yeah, so big old dude, so it's like, yeah.
And he gets in, yeah, he's like, you need to go through this.
Document showed this person saying that the Epstein guy was like was getting a medical transfer, and he was supposed to go to the nurse's station, but none of the nurses said that they spoke with him, and that a van showed up. It was like on the weekend. He was like, we don't usually do that unless it's like confirmed or whatever. And then there was some sort of somebody with like an army uniform in the van, and they don't think that the body that went out looked like Epstein. So the theory is now that Epstein might be alive. So that's kind of a big thing, but it's also like,
it's like that's
just going to be it's like Tupac being alive.
Yeah.
Like Elvis or Michael Jackson being alive. Like, we're just going to think he's always alive. There's no Osama bin Laden, same thing. Like, people are just going to believe he's alive.
There's always that thought that since I didn't see his brain matter or his fucking skull, or the actual autopsy picture of them dead, that they're not gonna believe it. And then the dude from the damn from the that doesn't work from the the mission or whatever is gonna be like, no, he blew his brains out.
Yeah.
Like his son was sitting there watching,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's just a it's a way people deal, cope, or whatever they want to say, whatever they want to do.
yeah, it's like when you have a jealous girlfriend and you don't show up to the house like 5 minutes after you said you would, and her brain, like, and anybody's brain, is not just a jealous girlfriend, but like, your brain fills in the dots between the things that aren't unfilled, and most of the time, not all the time, some people do have logical enough thought that it is, their, oh, he's not cheating on me, he just hit a fucking traffic light.
Yeah.
Or, a homeless person stopped him on the walk home and asked him if he wanted a cigarette 4 times. And that's why type shit. But like, you other people's brains are hardwired because they've been treated or been used to be treated this way. That they're like, oh, now he's out getting a 5-minute blowjob from some random lady. She's like, why did it take you so long to get back? It's like, bitch, I walked.
Yeah, so it's just filling in that imagination.
Yeah, it's he took so long, or this, that, and the other. And it goes with the conspiracy theories in the same extent that there's what did happen, what could have happened, and what people think happened. And it kind of goes with the Freemason stuff as well. It could be filling fucking all kinds of bullshit up your ass.
I'll tell you, yeah.
But from what I understand from my dad, when he's told us, that's kind of what it is. You have good ones and you have bad ones, just like cops or anybody else, or saints, fathers, people of churches, and actual fathers. But, it's, yeah. There'd be times like so speaking of hoarders, my grandpa was one of them. But it wasn't like trash. It was like one time they would sit out in the yard and they would listen to records of endangered, if not illegal, animal calls. Like they'd have timber wolf calls on a vinyl record that they'd listen to on a recorder outside. Or one of them was giraffe calls. Just kind of like odd end shit. Dad said one of them, he said one of them they never played at night, but it made weird noises. And then later on, before he passed, he's like, well, I'm pretty for sure they're Sasquatch. Recorded calls, yeah. And then that's when I learned that we have not necessarily like a Men in Black, but we have another kind of society of things not known. Is a things that you see that you don't normally or are not supposed to see, or are of other realms of existence, supernatural, paranormal, what have you, deities and or beings, and what you're supposed to do when you see them. It's not necessarily a Men in Black, but it is more so like a PSA that not normal people get unless they're like outside in the woods playing with black-eyed children, like my dad was. And then you get a sit-down talk from guys in suits about, what's real, what's not real, what you do when you see these things, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I've heard that same story from online from a comedian talking about a story that he heard. So it's like fourth-hand knowledge or some shit like that. So phone call. Who knows what really actually happened?
Right.
But he very much was talking about how there's somebody who was like out there with the black-eyed children in the woods talking to him, and the same exact story. Like a
It could
derp
have
with
been.
Kerp, to be exact. It was a derp with Kurt Metzger. I'm pretty sure he brought it up. I don't know which episode it was.
He could have been that neighbor kid that was what have you. I think your dad said that.
Oh, okay. He's on the mic. He's doing his weird voices. When he gets in the game, sometimes you've heard him when he was playing the game with the other, character in and of himself.
Oh, all real.
Yeah.
But
I don't care what time you work, dude. I really don't. Trying to make sure I have a package.
I
want to make sure I grab it.
There's a decent bit of like odd things that I guess go on in the background. Most people don't. I mean, that's how it goes, unless you're one of those people or just happen to not necessarily taught to see those things, but in an environment where you always see those things, and most people don't look like for small details. They don't pay, not necessarily they don't pay attention, but it's more so they just don't pay attention. Like I said, they're in their own little bubble. It's not necessarily they're too stupid or they're mean and they don't care about it. It's just that for whatever reason in their environment, those sets of requirements haven't been needed for their survival or their prolonged longevity kind of deal. But and I don't know, but it's like there's the big picture, and then there's little mechanisms, little things that go on in the picture that make the full meaning and full weight, full impact, full whatever of the whole picture.
The gears within the gears.
Yeah. And I mean, it might be a sense of overthinking and what have you, but it's like an onion. There's multiple layers. Sometimes those layers are right up there with the layers on top. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, it's like thinking about how we're just a bunch of atoms that aren't even touching each other.
Yeah.
But we are solid. And we look solid. And like.
We have sensations and feelings and things that tell us we touch each other.
Yeah, and then, but logically, I'm like, I know that every single cell of my body is made out of little bitty other particles that are
like there's
not even touching each other, and we don't even understand how they create the energy to continue to gravitate around each other, like the electrons around the
hold the space of each other. Yeah.
It's like,
why does this hold shape?
Yeah, and so it's like most people would not even. They'd be like, why would you bring that up?
Why are you worried about the atoms in between the things?
I just kind of think about it sometimes about how it's interesting.
It's like sometimes I'm kind of worried and concerned and curious as to why my heart beats.
So it's that on a more of a noticing
appearance level,
type of things, rather than
the actual functionality
of the appearances. Noticing that rather than you're just going down the road with a bunch of cars. Maybe one of those cars looks exactly like the same car that you passed 3 seconds ago.
But it's got
and then the same car just passes you again, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
But you would notice that if you were just like driving and not paying attention to anything.
Exactly. You're not gonna. It's very much a the bear still sits in the woods if you hear him or not. You may be there the one time you hear him, but then the next time you may not be there. The next time he shits, might shit 4 times in one deal.
We were talking about the uncontacted tribe the other week. I don't think we were talking about it on the podcast, but we were discussing the videos of the uncontacted tribe.
Yes.
The people who Paul Rosalie on Joe Rogan, and he was also on Lex Friedman. I think that's what it's called. And he was like showing these videos of these people, uncontacted tribes, and then told the story about how the day after they were like giving them bananas and like had a pretty decent interaction with them, maybe it was a couple days after, one of his friends got shot by a fucking arrow through his back and like exited out his front. Apparently 6-foot arrows, 7-foot bows. Massive.
God damn.
Like big ass, like oh shit.
Like the person either has to be like 3.5 foot.
I just assume they probably fire it at a side. They've gotten used to just firing it at a side instead of up and down.
I mean, if not, they would have to put the point on the ground and then just kind of use it like a longbow.
Well, I guess even if they stand like say 5'6", that's probably like what 3 foot down to their kneecaps.
Yeah.
So a bow would probably just be like sit between their kneecaps and like above their head kind of situation if they did it upright. But I assume they'd probably do it side.
I get you.
They're South Americans. They're definitely aiming their weapon to the side. Anyway.
Their American ancestors have gotten to a handle of it.
So I come across an article about the chilling noise in Amazon rainforest that means you're surrounded by the deadly tribe.
The chilling noise.
Yeah, and so
speaking of things in the background,
Paul Rosalie, who we were just talking about, is on a podcast talking about with the footage that we were just discussing in Peru, and says that they can emulate the sound of capuchin monkeys and various bird species.
Oh, that was right. Yes.
And then he led the warning that said if you're ever in the forest and you hear the animals sound a little off, or if you ever just feel like something's not right, he said they're surrounded you and they're watching you with bows and arrows.
Yeah.
So basically, the no audience that we are watching that will never go to the Amazon.
Yeah.
But probably. If you do, the animal starts to sound a little off,
Yeah, it's kind of like the whistle in the woods kind of thing. Yeah.
Like,
It's they use
make peace with God,
places. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Say your last words and what have you, because if not, you're gonna meet him here soon. Yeah, it's one of those things where people don't realize it, but not necessarily in the jungle, just in general. But like sometimes languages aren't necessarily words or tangible things. It's just quick snippets of, this and that and the other, or mimics of this and that. Yeah,
it's all mouth sounds. We just make it a certain way and understand it.
And they may fucking talk differently in the village, but like
that's their coping and stuff like that. Yeah,
that's their defense mechanism.
Their hunting party. That's what they use.
Oh,
I just find it interesting that we live simultaneously between these, where we're talking in these mics on a computer.
Yeah,
and these people are still in the woods, bows and arrows.
Using
half naked, mostly naked, not even half naked, mostly
naked. Oh, you want to know what's even better? Like on top of the fact that some of them eat each other, or like the things they find. Some of them decide to use their, sometimes even the ladies, use their ejaculation as lotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about that.
Dudes use their cum for like skin lotion, what have you, because it's supposed to
keep it from cracking.
Rejuvenate the skin. It has the same properties like cocoa butter or skin lotion.
Just
keeps it soft. And
listen,
I'm like,
I don't mind winking it every now and then myself, jerking off. But if I'm out in the fucking woods
and you're just like
half naked, I ain't never jerking off. I'm worried about a fucking snake eating my ass.
You're like, all right, I smell like bleach and wet dog now. I'm good to go.
I ain't never wasted. Like, it's either it's going in a woman or it's just getting built up. Because I ain't wasting the time or the energy or like that
it's
awareness
getting cleaned up or
to try and do that shit. No.
Like, I don't.
I'm gonna get eaten. Fuck that.
I don't know.
That would be the time that, like, as you're coming, a fucking leopard comes out and just eats you.
Ah! I smell your pheromones. And you're just like, no, You won't eat me if I have weird salt on my face.
I imagine that was got to be like the last.
Like that's a ceremony.
Or something.
He pulls it out, and it's like, oh,
that's what it is. It's like,
and then he's like, you mean so much to me. So then what he does is he just like takes the mixture, and he's like,
what are you doing? Well, my uncle taught me this ritual when I was young.
This is what good lovemaking does. Hold on, let me get in there and get some of the placenta.
My uncle told me this was a great ritual right to manhood.
That's where they came up with the term bread wings. Grandpa said if you're bleeding,
terrible.
It's good for protein. And he just smears it on his face.
And so the video I wanted to talk to you about, civilization is doomed. I'm fairly certain. I got an article here that probably says it, but also before that, the video I was going to send you, I discovered something that I wish I hadn't, but I'm going to share it with everybody because they got to share the same pain.
Welcome to the internet.
It's called sperm racing.
Sperm. You've seen that? I do believe I've seen the video that you sent me then on that. Or if you didn't send me, like I watched that for a decent bit. I was like, and then I got done with it and I was like, dude, wait a minute, I just fucking watched. I was entertained by that. What the did I just watch?
I was like, I instantly was like, bro, this is just some bros in the basement just drinking beers.
Yeah.
They're drinking 3 weeks in a bender. They're like, dude, my sperm could totally beat your sperm. I don't know what you're talking about. My sperm swims so fucking fast. Oh yeah? We have science equipment. We can figure this out. We can do this today. And then they just get
Have
together.
You seen how fast I run? Gerald, you don't even get down the block unless you fucking get out of breath. And you want to tell me your sperm's faster? Shut the fuck up. Yeah, and then they're all like...
3 months later, they're having parties. Look, come watch the sperm race. Jerry's unbeaten. Jerry's unbeaten 3 weeks in a row.
All the girls at the party are like... They hear the 3 weeks in a row, and they're like, wait a minute, what? And they have to watch, because they're like...
Where do you guys get this sperm? Don't ask that.
No.
Don't ask.
Whose sperm is that? Do you guys have a bank near here? Yeah. The spank bank. And they're like, oh, where's that? And they're like... And then you see a door in the corner that's got like an oddly like...
And then it gets to the fucking sport level that you see. Like they're commentating on it.
Yeah.
Like it's a fucking sport. Your parents are asking you, what'd you learn at college this semester? Oh, let's not talk about that. But you don't want to know what I was doing all semester.
I watched a race and I bet $20 on...
I participated in the race.
On...
My whole semester was producing the fastest sperm. Figuring out what food and what drink produced the fastest sperm.
Like they're balancing diets around that. They're like
They
one woman is
definitely-
gonna want the
They're
fastest.
definitely trying to figure out which diet makes the fastest one. They're going at this analytical. They're autistic as shit. They're
Bodybuilding,
like,
if bodybuilding wasn't enough, they're like,
they got to
if I
test them
eat
for
broccoli,
steroids.
maybe it'll make it faster.
Yeah.
Or if I eat spaghetti, maybe the grease will make it slide through easier.
Just see one sperm's got an arm, its elbow, and the rest of them out of the way. Test this.
Yeah.
It's got steroids in it.
Yeah.
It's got some sort of something kind of performance advancement.
Another one's like running through the tube with legs. Look like fucking tadpoles.
I seen that. I'm just like,
that is
yeah,
nuts.
we can handle a nuke. A nuke will
Yeah.
okay.
Like I was like, oh, we got tired of baseball, so we made wiffle ball. You know, we took baseball to the next level and made wiffle ball a national sport. All right, that's fine. That's pushing it a little bit. Bull racing, bull riding, bull anything. I thought that was a pretty big push. And then they're like, let's jizz in a cup and then put it in a vial and then put it in a vacuum tube. See how fast it can get there. And at first I was like, oh, they're just going to have a straight line. It's just no restriction, no whatever. It's just the push of the sperm. One straight line for like an I don't know, an inch, 2 inches. Because in the sperm, that's like fucking 4 miles.
Yes.
I don't know,
It's
like
an 800-meter race right there.
And that's the sad thing is you got like 6 people looking at like this little bitty ass, just like like a drug test, just a strip of fucking plastic with these tubings on each side, duct taped to the table, and you're just all 4 of you are just, come on, you can do it.
Fucking
Get there.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Get around that corner. Get around that corner.
Get it. You can do it. I got 20 fucking bucks on you. Better fucking get there. They're like, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
there's definitely betting on it.
yeah, there is. Yes, it is. For a fact there is. And it's probably like those weird ass women
How'd you pay your tuition sperm betting? I'm good. I know exactly who's going to get it.
The championship dude's going to be like, yeah. And then he's going to get out of there and he's going to be like, I can get any job. And then he goes to like the CEO of the company and he's like, what achievements do you have? And they're like, look me up. I don't want to have to tell you. And the secretary's standing there like, what did he mean? And then he pulls up. He's like, get out of here. You don't need to be in here. And he looks at the dude and he's like, you've obviously have some speedy pushing determination. But I don't think paper printing is going to be the opportunistic company of your style, sir. You might be a stay-at-home dad of 12.
I'm just waiting for the Olympics. Like,
yeah,
to be country-based.
Yeah, like it's
country-based sperm racing. My country's sperm is the fastest. We get the women's pregnant the fastest.
Not only is the Guinness World Record is going to be sitting there, but the highest ranking doctors are going to be standing there. Like, and then that's my thing with it. Like, it's going to be like, it's a little bit of a thing now.
Some nerdiest shit.
So it's either going to, it is either going to be like the nerdiest drug ring, like kingpin fucking underground nonsense, or it's going to be like in the Olympic sports, or a test for fucking genetics. They're like, this is the average swim speed of a sperm in water of this temperature, and this temperature, of a person who has ate cholesterol their whole life, who's eaten carbs their whole life, who's eaten like proteins or sugars, or it's like,
classification for all of them.
Like it's gonna get like we've taken subcategorization of people to like an extreme now. Like I get everybody's gotta live their life and be happy and do their thing. I don't care. But like sperm racing is a new extreme. I don't even give a shit. Like, I don't care if it's your dog breeding. You know, that's probably where they got the fucking idea from. They're like, we're gonna breed dogs for fights, and then some dude was like, "Did you know a pit bull sperm drives or fucking flows faster and heavier than a Jack Terrier?" And then they're like, "What about my sperm?
Yeah.
Do you think my sperm's faster than a pit bull?" And then they walk like, "You know, Jared, I've been thinking.
Figure it out.
I think we could do something with this."
Nobel Prize, here we come.
Nobel Prize, or like 7 Fight Clubs later. 12 years later, they're like, all right, $12 on gumbo, $7 on chin up.
It just made me wonder: can they make it to where like they play football? Trying to play football here? Like I might pay attention to
They
that.
play soccer. They just hit the ball. Just headbutt the ball like Rocket League.
Can we get sperm UFC? Come on, baby. That's it.
Oh. It's not a kid yet, okay, guys? Like, it's not like child labor or abortion. It is just the unused half of a gene. We're just seeing what the potential is. You never know. You might have a fucking constriction.
As a man advocate, listen, this is our way of making money. Instead of OnlyFans, we're all just going to become sperm donators to these sperm sports, you know?
Yeah, we'll just have ant farms where we incubate our sperm.
Sports, it's semen sports.
Semen sports?
Semen sports.
It's not semen do sports. CM.
But another story of how a society or civilization is collapsing is a biomimetic AI robot. And this shit looks so fucking real.
Biometric. Does that just...
Biomimetic. Bio, BIOMIMETIC. So biomimetic.
I'm assuming it mimics human nature as it sees it.
I don't know. Like it.
Does it have big boobs? No. If it's rubber, I'll clank it.
It's pretty lifelike. I mean, you can tell that it's off.
Like it's got Final Fantasy.
To the point of like.
Oh, what the fuck?
It's like Attila.
I don't give a shit what its name is. Keep it in the box. I don't. If it, goddamn. Like, I mean, yeah, it's pretty, it's cute, it's.
But
that's real as fuck. Like, I'm not gonna be able to tell that that's fucking Cyborg McGee walking up to me.
Yeah, it's gonna, especially with makeup and the more advances.
Yeah.
They'll be able to.
It learns, it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's gonna. Civilization's doomed. I mean.
You guys got your AI girlfriends, and now we got vessels to implant them in.
It actually seems like more women are getting AI relationships than men.
Well, yeah, probably because the fucking AI robots realize that 90% of dudes are dipshit douchebags. They're like, the women are majority of the reason better. I'm a robot. I can figure out how to make DNA and then make.
Well, they don't leave the toilet seat up.
They don't leave anything.
So that's one thing that they has got above us.
They do leave a carbon footprint though,
a little bit.
They got that. Probably ChatGPT, but Google some sort of fucking server network nonsense. However that works, wherever they get their artificial intelligence from. Or I don't know.
Yeah. To an extent, they do leave a carbon footprint. Yeah, especially like the processing centers. I guess what you're talking about.
Yeah, like where would like I feel like with a robot like that, they're all probably hardwired or like Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to
Okay,
some.
talk about like that kind of robot.
Yeah, like some kind of Skynet. Like that robot, there's probably a chip or some kind of deal
Yeah,
that links
picks
all
up
the
some sort of
footage
Wi-Fi ish.
or say that the dude asked what the weather is for the robot. The robot probably accessed the internet to be able to figure out what
Yeah.
the weather is in the area that she's in, type shit. It's like how she gets her personality. There's probably some
Should be able to
connectivity.
communicate using like a Chat GPT type
Yeah, there's probably
language model.
a third party. Yeah, some kind of module of something like language or thought process or
Yeah,
whatever it be.
yeah, reasoning branch. If I'm asked this, do this, that, and do that, and then do this.
The brain,
Yeah,
pretty
essentially,
much.
yeah.
Which is probably just some person sitting behind a computer going, I'm going to do these.
So, one of the big things I always keep bringing up is AI is going to bring, the doom of humanity. So that was just along the same lines.
Yeah,
now they're becoming robots that look fucking like real women.
that's kind
And
of
it's terrifying.
that is very fucking terrifying. Very terrifying. You're like, oh, look at this sweet little girl. She's going to be so nice to me. And then she just fucking snake whips you by your foot. And then just throws you 20 feet. She's like, I don't like you because you can smell. And I can't smell. And then boom, bam, wham, bam. You're fucking in the shadow realm, Jimbo.
So this one just made me laugh when I first seen it.
What if those are the secret agents? They just sent 4 of her in. And she was like, no wonder I'm silent. And then was like 1 step and 40 yards. Just anyway, my bad.
No, you're fine.
In nonsense. But yeah, that's why I'm like, damn. Maybe.
So dad and son reckon to each other, then pull guns and start shooting.
That's all we get for that.
That's what the title is. That's like instantly I was just like, oh my gosh. They didn't know it was each other.
It was a setup.
That was my first thing. Was like they just wrecked into each other and they were pissed off and they just pulled guns on each other and like start shooting.
Yeah,
it's like fuck you.
It's like some Hobbs and Shaw shit. Like one of them stole something they weren't supposed to.
Wait a minute, is that you, Paul? Hey, is that yeah?
I just about shot my fucking son in the skull.
No, one of them did get shot.
Oh, of fucking course.
Yeah, escalated to manslaughter.
I'm assuming since it's manslaughter, the dude's dead?
Yeah.
Which one?
So,
does the son get to live a long life knowing he killed his dad? Yes. Or does the dad get to die quickly?
The 30-year-old son fatally shot his father.
He's like, you got into my fucking meth stash again. I'm done. I spent $4,000 on that.
A gunshot wound. Get
like,
this to the head.
He's like, you fucking missed, Dad. Watch this. Pow! Sir, why? What is the problem here? Do you want to take my meth? My life is less.
Yeah, I only laughed because the title of it was like, I instantly went to a comical scenario in my head. Like I instantly was like, yeah, they crashed into each other, didn't realize it was each other. One started shooting on the other, and the other one started shooting back. And
what would be even worse if like they were like not necessarily a drug deal, but they were like meeting up with someone that they didn't like, but it was under another pseudonym or name, so they had never seen this person that they didn't like. They just knew that they were supposed to like off them or hurt them or whatever. And then, like, the fucking car crash didn't do it. So they're like, God damn, this motherfucker is tough. And then they're like, and then it was legitimate milliseconds and angle. No, it's just coincidence. And then the son's like, I recognize that face with that neat little hole inside it now. He's like, this is not Pablo. That is my padre.
Oh,
yeah. But it's like, yeah, I don't. Why is your first reaction in a fucking car crash to come out with a gun?
Yeah, apparently they were actually fighting with each other prior to it. The son got in front of him, stopped his car so they would wreck, and then they, I guess, started shooting at each other. I don't know who opened fire first.
Fucking family reunion with metal. What is it? Twisted Metal? The PlayStation game?
His dad banged his girlfriend. That's what I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah, then fuck that dude.
I don't know what else.
I don't care.
What else would justify, like, doing that? That's the only thing I can think of.
That's what I would say. Yeah, like, it's like, Dad, you got your own wife. Fuck off. Yeah, that's mine. Not that.
Otherwise, it was like some sort of like trauma from childhood. But
he was like, Dad tried to make me do home run derbies with the car in the track, so now we tried to reenact it. Oh, we're not shot.
Which isn't impossible either, but I don't know. I would go with the latter.
That's insane. It's moments like these. It's moments like these where I'm like, we could just like hit the reset button now.
Yeah, well, again, along the edges of civilization does seem to be.
I mean, we've got the societies that
somewhat
people
doomed.
And I'm not saying that like it's wrong, but we have people that have took it Build-A-Bear to a whole nother level and put themselves inside of the fabric suits.
Oh, yeah.
And we have furries now.
Yeah.
So it's like you like, please, at any point, just fucking recycle our souls.
Yeah, we've
clean the slate, because if this is how I don't want any part of it,
yeah,
I'm living it. And it's not like a nothing matters, kill everything. It's like there is only up from here for sure.
It just seems like
we're not
too much hope.
Yeah, we're giving way too much hope to people who are not going up.
So this is our message to the future. Like, get shit together.
Yeah.
That's our. I don't.
While
think
you can.
I don't know. I'm just now hitting 35, so my generation is just getting ready to be able to be voted into president. We won't see anybody close to 40 as president, though, which is ridiculous. That would be the ideal solution. Let's get us a young president, not a fucking older.
I had no offense to those older people. They know things, but they're already set in their ways.
I just
you get a younger guy, I feel like he'd be a little bit more malleable. He may be a little more open-minded. He'll be fresh to most of it.
He'll have the energy.
Yeah.
So much more energy.
Like, and you know how many charity fucking events and bullshit you could get that dipshit to do? Yeah. Like, so many fucking ribbon cutting events. It's not even funny.
Yeah, so, but, I don't think we're gonna do shit. My generation, I don't think it's gonna do shit.
Ours isn't much better. Ours is trying to and failing. We got stuck on TikTok. I think.
Yeah, I do have hope for like the teenagers. I really do. It seems like they're turning around a little bit because they're trying to rebel against. That's what
any teenager does. Yeah,
they try to do the opposite of what's normal, what's right, what's popular, whatever you want to call it.
What is trending? What is the rest of everyone else doing?
So I feel like we might be able to. Or we just might have to do the Civil War thing, like I said earlier.
Just fucking swipe it all. And it's either
just need to do Civil War, get a good clean start on like who wants to be here, who wants to defend the country. Now we know because you had to put some fucking work in.
Yeah.
or suffer through the hard times of the Civil War. Either way, you're still here. You didn't flee to Mexico
Yeah.
or
Venezuela,
go to
or
the
the
second
Himalayas.
version of the United States that will break off. There will be the whole West Coast.
Until the
It's gone.
fucking oil refinery takes everything from it, and then it's just a barren, no man's land.
No doom or gloom though. This whole month is awesome.
Yes.
This year is awesome.
Yes, guys.
This year is awesome. This is for the future, guys. 5 years down the road, we'll have to worry about this. Don't worry about it now.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just, destroy another society. Wonder why we have underwater societies built on top of the societies we have now.
Crazy you brought up underwater societies.
And
that
then,
was the other article I wasn't going to cover, but
that's a whole big thing.
I have
They
to now.
they're not underwater societies, people. By the way, just so we're all clear, I'm pretty for sure. Unless there's some evidence that just comes out of nowhere and slaps me in the face, or maybe evidence to support it as well. But I'm like 80% sure merfolk don't exist. All right, there's evidence for it. It could happen. But I'm just pretty for sure the underwater societies that we have are not underwater. They just weren't underwater at the time that they were built. Okay? Like, I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't know if you've noticed, but society has a tendency to band-aid things over and then just kind of give a new thing that they put on top of that band-aid a little bit of a different spin.
Yeah, I've heard a congresswoman saying that they don't want to fix stuff. There's certain things they don't want to fix because they can run campaigns for it.
Yeah.
Get funds for it. Nice hotels. Visit America. Pretend like they're running for a position that they know they're not going to get because everybody's told as soon as the race begins, this is who's going to win.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, well,
stop running.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's either you put up with the patience to get here, and then maybe you'll be next to them.
Yeah, but at least they get to enjoy, the fruits of their labor of talking nice to say, I'm going to fix the homeless problem. How are you going to fix the problem? We're gonna make sure they feel very comfortable and well taken care of. Okay, what does that mean? What are you going to do?
We're going
to make sure that all their needs are met and that we make sure that we pay attention to them. Okay, what does that mean?
We need fine lines.
What are you doing?
You're going to make more shelters.
Building a bunch of buildings? What are you doing?
Is it going to be coming like how they did with hiring disabled people? It's like, are you going to make a person have to hire at least one of these homeless people per place?
You're like,
have a fucking shower station at the work so that way they can take showers there. It's like we need fruitations, we need results, we need things in front of us that show us, see us, make us. You know what I mean? It's got to be there. It's got to be tangible. It can't just be promised.
And if somebody does get in there and then fix it, well, then the next group of people, they can't run on that. They can't say, well, I'm going to fix the homeless price. What problem?
It's already fixed.
It's already fixed. Well, then I'm going to...
food shortage.
How about hold people accountable for Epstein? How about that? Yeah.
We'll keep people accountable
I'm
for
going
anything.
to give free sugar foods to those who are ABT. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
We're not talking about Epstein. Epstein doesn't exist.
Have a bag of Lay's. You want some Cheetos? Eat some Cheetos. We don't give a shit. Have some Blue Bell ice cream. No Epstein.
Yeah, I had some more hope for the government again, naively, and now I'm like, the fucking government.
It's a necessary thing.
It's a small club, and I'm not in it.
Yeah.
So they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. It's like, oh my good golly. And then just like, no, shit happens, bud. Oops. We just let a sex trafficker just kind of flip between our fingers.
Yeah.
Oh no, how did this 16-year-old appear
We're
on
gonna
my
develop
doorstep?
weapons that force enemies into fucking nosebleeds and shit. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you about it.
Yeah.
We're not going to let the people know that,
Ah.
look, if you try to, like, take over the government, your nose is going to bleed. We're going to explode your brain if you
If you
keep
tell
that.
anyone, I'm gonna look at you and you're gonna shit your fucking brain out of your ass. And then it's gonna leave a fucking skid mark as it goes down your body. Like, it's... And did you know that they can put out fires with sound waves now?
Holy shit. Huh.
Yeah.
Makes sense a little bit, but...
But
No.
it wasn't like a mass scale like the firefighters used it, whatever. But they had a fire extinguisher. Or a fire... Or they had somehow managed to hook up a, like, fire extinguisher kind of ordeal. Yeah, like that. That scared the shit out of me. I was not expecting that. I was like, damn. Okay.
Now
Shit.
we know what that does.
That went everywhere.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry if I got it on you.
No, I'm not worried about
I'm
it.
going to go grab it.
I was more worried about, yeah. I don't have a...
Oh, shit.
It's okay. So that happened, guys. Just so you're all aware. Yeah. I forgot what the fuck we were talking about again. It's still working. It's still doing what it needs to. Yeah. I don't think you got any of the buttons. I give it clear with you. Wow. That was definitely a back shot if I ever saw
So
one.
let's not do that again. Treat it like a can.
Get the SpaghettiOs off your nose. Come on, buddy, let's clean up. It's bedtime.
Son of a bitch.
You just got a little excited, that's all. That happened. Just a little bit of, Everything's still working, too. I mean, I'm not saying we should, like, pour a whole fucking beer on it.
No, but that's good.
It is durable, at least. Yeah. The crevices are tight.
To make sure, the new headset and everything, I think it's good. Or the new mics, I think it'll be good. It's definitely a couple steps up.
I can understand that, most definitely.
Yeah, we'll see what here we go here. We even got applause. Yeah, we can.
Oh, those are, I get you. Those are actual, each one of them's different.
Yeah.
Even labeled. Okay. We may be playing around with shit here. You know. I don't even know what that one says.
It just says what? At least that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
Then I'm pretty sure there's a voice changer system here too. I think. Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe not this one.
Let's voice over.
Oh, Shirley. Shirley biscuits. Sorry, we may be fucking around with shit, guys.
I don't know. So, that's all I know.
Don't do that? My bad.
Yeah. So I guess it does have a voice changer a little bit.
Oh, am I not hearing it?
Huh?
I don't hear.
So you're not hearing it at all?
No. Actually, I'm quite sure that either this is just not plugged up into the right jack or these headphones just don't work.
Let me see.
Hold on, let me... Yeah, I'm contagious of earwax. I cleaned my ears out yesterday, so I do not have the wax of the ears. The ears of my wax, the wax of my ears. Lemon ear.
Is that better? No? Huh. It's not. Holy shit. This whole time you was...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Try that one.
Would there be that in the doing?
Oh. Yeah, now try it and you can hear the... We're just fucking around with shit.
Yeah, we are just...
Yeah.
I see that.
So yeah, it's got some voice change in there. I don't know if that's different.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here you go. I definitely do not sound of the right ethnicity.
What is it? Oh.
It's just a tad bit deeper than what we actually sound like.
EA Sports is in the game.
Like, very much. It's like, oh.
Yeah, okay. Alright, well, we're done with the shit. Fucking around with shit.
Oh. No.
Monster voice. Now it's just real deep.
Oh.
I just want normal. Normal.
What noise?
Hello? Is that better?
Is going on?
There we go.
Is it going?
Yeah.
You feel it?
Actually, that's what we needed to have been on all to this whole episode. That sounds amazing.
What is it?
Pro.
Oh, damn.
It just, everything sounds a little bit clearer.
Nothing.
Everything sounded pretty decent already, but now it's like...
Oh, I get you. It's very crisp.
Clear, yeah.
There's no delay either.
Oh.
It is,
So that's what I should have been using it. Anyways, we got it worked out now. Now we know Pro. I got the rest of the knobs set up right. Just gotta make sure you hit the power button to turn it on, because you gotta do that.
Was it not this whole time?
Not at the beginning. Like when I was first fidgeting with it, trying to figure out what was going on.
I get you.
That's what was wrong with it. Yeah, it needed to be turned on.
Oh, I see. That will happen. That will do that.
Yeah.
I've done that multiple times.
No, I did not read the instructions.
I did that with my TV.
Yeah.
I stood in front of my TV for 30 minutes the other day, pushing the button, trying to get to see if it worked. And then I realized I unplugged the power strip that everything was plugged into underneath there. And that was why that had happened.
I guess we'll pretty much wrap it up. It's a little bit earlier episode, but I'm kind of running out of
I think
material.
Kind of hit the stalemate for a second.
For this, these topics specifically.
And
And
we got random other things to branch off.
Yeah, I'm not
different dealios.
So I know a little bit about the secret societies, a little bit, but it's not my forte.
Yeah,
so I listened more than I talked about it, because I only had a little bit to put it in there about how I think it's tied into much deeper, further back esoteric shit.
And as far as just our society in general, that's about all I know it as well. As it's just the modernized version of it.
Yeah, it's
the Illuminati is just a flip side coin of that. Freemasonness is just the. It's organized.
It's the shadow side. It's the upside down, if you will. If you want a Stranger Things reference there.
Organized crime instead of
so criminal the mafia versus the government. Yeah. Both of them are the mafia. Both of them enforce the same thing the same way. One's just legit, and then the other one's
not legit.
Illegitimate illegitimate.
Not as legitimate as the other one.
It's like illegitimate because the legitimate one says it's illegitimate.
Yeah. It is their hair's black and white type shit. Very much so. But.
And then, like I said, Epstein files. I've gotten into it a little bit, but I need to dive into it a little bit more still. Haven't finished the videos I'm in, but doesn't seem to be a whole lot there. Civilization is doomed.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting to a point where
it drastically has to change, like to an extent, like drastic.
There has to be a huge answer or
not
jump
drastic.
in.
It has to be a significant change, though.
It has to be some kind of impact, some kind of we learn something, or we figure out the cure to cancer, and then through the cure to cancer, we figure out like fucking space travel. or something.
Here we go. I got one more thing to do then. One of my poems.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we'll close it out. To the Cum Guzzlers.
Yes. Thank you.
This one's just
For
called
tuning in again.
Fealty. Out of my league on a pedestal you stand, a goddess in flesh, beauty greater than grand. A knight of your order, my sword at your command. I march on your word, my life in your hands. Stand down my shoulders and see the world anew. With me by my side, no harm comes to you. My body, your shield, with love I'll guide true. Through this maze of chaos, I'll be beside you. My goddess, my queen, I'll be the knight on my knees. I'll be your sword and your shield, whatever you please. In the middle of the desert, I'll be cold water, a gentle breeze. I'll be fire to keep you warm as the rest of them freeze. A clown to make you laugh until tears fall from your eyes. A shoulder for your head anytime my queen cries. I can be the fool, an idiot who only and always tries, the philosopher, the poet, to make you smile and keep you wise. You are beyond me, a princess to my pauper. Does not mean I'm unworthy of treating you true and proper. I have nothing but myself, my loyalty and love to offer. I cannot make you rich, but I can make your life prosper. My heart, my mind, my heart, my body, my humor and my care. My queen can have them all. On my life and my honor, this I swear.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I feel like it really captures a lot of what men feel nowadays. They need that thing to swear themselves to for purpose.
It's not, yeah.
Whether it's like a woman or a
just
job or a country or
yeah,
something beyond themselves. Because if it's just about yourself, then it gets to whether you're, I don't know, jerking off with young girls and on the Epstien list. Because that's what happens when
like
everything's just you.
There has to be some selflessness.
Yeah.
Some sort of drive to, not necessarily I want this because, I want a fucking nice car because I want a nice car. But more so I want the work to be less, or I want to make this money so I can pay the hospital bills, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's yes. I feel like a proper person has to have something outside themselves.
Yeah. And I've already got
dedicate themselves.
I've got my kids to dedicate myself to, and they get me, but they only will need me for so long.
Yeah.
And so another form of my dedication, my fealty is like, I've always been this way. The woman that I pursue, it has to be the woman I pursue, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can't be just a woman who pursues me or that I kind of like.
Yeah.
No, it has to be like someone that I'm like, no, I'm willing to like try to prove myself to you. Like I want to have to try to prove myself to you.
You are and I'm not saying I like the fact that you get on to me and it's a never-ending adventure of not being good enough and not learning enough or not this and that and the other. But yeah, like there's not necessarily obsession, but
yeah,
there has to be.
There is that need for validation from it. Though.
Yeah,
yes.
There is that. I need to know if I did right, or I need to know.
I will be to be like completely clear and clear. Like I believe that's probably a mommy issue for me, in the aspect that like my mom was always very much appreciative of me and like very put me on a pedestal up until a certain time in my life, and then it just stopped. And so it was like I don't know why it stopped. Never figured out exactly what happened.
You don't know if it's your fault.
Yeah, it may be a little bit of that, but honestly, at the end, I don't care because I'm just like that is just me.
Yeah.
Why that may be the truth. That it may be like, oh, it seems like you have mommy issues. Maybe I don't give a fuck. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And maybe it's none of your fucking business. I only let you know because I want to.
Yeah.
So I don't really give a shit. Like
I was telling somebody,
I'm not ignorant of it. I'm just like accepting of it.
I'm not saying that like the lady's got to be fucking like.
She doesn't have to be my mom. Don't be my mom.
Exactly. You don't have to like take care of me.
Set the goals of like when I do something good, let me know.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah.
know that way I know that probably needs to happen again.
Yeah.
Or let me know that the opposite end of that, so I don't fucking do it again.
Yeah, because you
A
don't think you're
person
gonna
who
get the
knows
same
what
thing
they
from me.
want and knows
If you
what
do
they
something that
don't
I
want.
like, I'm gonna let you know that I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you, or I'm gonna show it. Do
I'm
the
gonna
same.
I'm gonna
That's
be
all
like,
right.
hey, maybe don't, bend over on the side of your truck, in the middle of the neighborhood. But definitely do it again for me sometime because you do it really well.
Yeah.
Maybe I want to see that happen again. But not trying to go over to your neighbor's house to get chili. I mean, what? But no. It's like but yeah, it's like you've. I'm not saying full dominatrix, but it's like you gotta know what you want to some extent.
Yeah.
Even if it is to play games or be coy or whatever it is, at least you know that works for you to
Yeah.
the extent of it.
Well, part of it too is like it's easier for me to fulfill somebody else's demands than to find my own demands.
Yeah.
Like it's much easier for me to know what you want and then be able to help you get it than it is to me to really understand what I want. Because I'm just like, I will take whatever I can get, and I know this about myself.
Well, not only that, but it's like I'm like there's a lot of fucking things to experience in the world, okay? And I maybe not every single one of them, but like I want to experience quite a few of them.
Yeah.
And
Put me on an adventure. Make me uncomfortable. I think it's part of that.
like
put
get
me
me
in an
outside
adventure.
that boundary.
Give me an adventure.
It's not necessarily just the simple fact of I want to do this and that particularly. It's just that I know there's a lot of new things out there I haven't experienced, so let's start with fucking that.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
Yeah.
If you want to try sushi, I've tried sushi. Sushi's pretty good. Yum yum sauce, even better. But if it's like foreign cuisines, or try and learn a different language, or a different culture's religion.
Let's go skydiving.
Or let's go
mountain
fucking
climbing.
hike in a cave that we never knew existed.
Canoe into a cave or some shit like that. Let's do
Just some random.
do that.
I'm not saying
shit.
we gotta go find a dime bowl of crack and go get fucking blitzed.
But it's
which
also
again, yeah, I've never done.
It's not just like the personal experiences like that, but it's also like the you know what you should do, like with the suggestion part is like, you know what you should do? You should go and get into like a boxing class or something.
Yeah.
Like just somebody like really want to please, just suggesting something like that is like enough to be like, okay, guess I'm going to go check out a boxing class, see if I like it. And if I like it, then good for me and even better for you, apparently, because it's something that you want me to do. Send me on those adventures. So to I need you to do this so that you're in better shape for me, but you're also doing it
to
get out of yourself.
Yeah.
It's a task to
you're not
yourself,
molding and grooming that person, but it's like, here, try this to get out of your skin.
Yeah.
Or try this to try this.
Yeah, just go, I guess. I'm purpose driven and not task oriented. I'm purpose oriented, so I know what I want to do and I know what wants to happen. But I'm not very good at giving the individual tasks to get to that purpose.
Yes.
Can't focus on the task itself. I can just focus on the big goal of it, and the progress that I have made towards it may not be equal to what I want, but it is enough to be like, okay, I'm at least moving that way.
I'm getting there, yes.
Yeah, and so but being task oriented, someone to be like, no, I want you to do this. I would like you to do this. It'd be cool if you do this, and it will help me and you. And
see, I'm very task oriented like that. It's like I get the other extent of it, because when it comes to long term goals like that, I am very much that person that's like, okay, I want to be here, but I don't know how to fill the space between there to get to there.
Yeah.
I know a few steps. I know bullet points along the way, but the fine-tuned details, the certificates, the whatever, the receipt paper type shit, the fine-tuned details to get there, That's where you do a lot.
Yeah.
But then if someone comes up to me and they're like, all right, you want to get here? You do this, 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 and this. Then I will have that shit down like no fucking other. I'll be like, all right, okay, this is what we're doing. I'll come back to you as soon as I get whatever it is done. Then be like, okay, what's next? What's going on?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about. It's like kind of that aspect of.
And I feel like it's a trial and error thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like there are some things you can do that with just because, like with work, we're used to that rhythm. We know to do that thing. That's how that executes itself. Other things we haven't done that with, like college for me, or fucking skydiving, or some of just that shit that's like that.
Yeah, I started doing it a little bit myself. Like I went parasailing because I was like, I want to do some shit that like is scary as fuck to me. I'm afraid of heights. But it's shit that I want to do that like I don't think other people have done really. That's why I've looked into skydiving. The expense of it, it's not terrible. It's possible. Tattoos. I was always wanted a tattoo, but I was always like, I don't want to spend that much money on myself. But I was like, fuck it. Like I gotta explore. I gotta experience it now because when I get old and I'm like, man, I should have got that tattoo and this tattoo. And I'm looking back, being like, damn, I could have done that.
And I didn't have
because why? Because I was afraid that it wasn't what other people wanted.
Or the fear stopped me. Yeah. Or the pain stopped me. That was how it was with my first tattoo. It was like, but you've not only faced, but you've dealt with quite a bit of pain in multiple different forms. You've had sits where you've had to like peel the fucking top layer of skin off and then dig inside yourself to pull out the fucking infected hair that was inside there, and then pull out the damn head with it. Pimple popper shit for sure, but like all you're gonna have is this needle. You've had flu shots that went all the way down to your bone. Yeah. You're worried about this little prick that's gonna be inside of you 90 times just to create this one line. I think you'll be fine. Mm-hmm. People in Africa use a stone and a stick with a little bit of soot. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, as long as you're not doing that, I think you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And sure enough, we got a pen, and we did it at home. I didn't pay for it other than the ink and the pen, but we got it. And then I got this thing on my ankle, and it's not bad by no means. It's a very good tattoo. My skin didn't take very well with it, but it's just the memory and the timing of when I got the tattoo, the things that happened during it. It's just, I don't want to get rid of it because I don't want to forget those things. You know what I mean? I don't want the history to repeat itself to an extent. But I do want to probably add on to it to some extent. Like whether I put a tattoo for Dad down there or I just make it up as artwork, a mile marker kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, here's a tattoo for this new chapter of my life. Here's a tattoo for this new chapter, this and that kind of deal. There's no telling.
Get you.
It's only one, so the tradition of itself is what you make it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got this for a specific reason, and it's not done. There will be my whole arm will be covered in this version, I guess, but not exactly the same style. Like I want each one of them to be different, but it'll be a phrase or a word that's basically beating me up from the inside. And so each one of them are supposed to represent like a virus that's infecting me.
I get you.
And so like each one of them is different though because there's different fruits for it and everything. Different. Yeah. That was the first one. Was never enough because I just never enough. I never felt enough.
Never eats. Yeah.
So that eats me up. Never feeling like I'm enough. No matter what I do, no matter who I am, I just feel like I'm never enough. So.
And I feel like that's kind of.
It helped quite a bit to have a tattooed on me too, to make me remind me that like
no
one is ever enough really.
No.
You just try to be as good as you can at that time.
Exactly. The best you can in the moment you have.
But that will end up being the same thing. Like I'll have another one this way, but it'll be a different type of virus again, different color as well. I want it to all be like and then tie in together. Yeah, but that's not my next tattoo. My next tattoo is ravens. Ravens.
Oh,
raven. I'm getting a raven, big one up here, and then I'll get 2 more small ones for 3 because I got 3 kids.
Right.
3 little birds. I sung that to my kids, Bob Marley, as they were when they were babies, and then ravens for Edgar Allan Poe because he's inspired me to write poetry in the first place.
Right.
So there's a whole bunch of meaning to it. And then I want it right there, just because I don't give a fuck.
It's your tattoo. What are you gonna?
Like
if I looked at you and I was like, "That's a shitty fucking idea." What the fuck does it matter what I say?
Yeah, no, that's kind of like I was like, I know it's kind of in a spot that's weird compared to like where. Well, what used to be normal, I guess. What I would say, what used to didn't used to be normal to have face tattoos and stuff like that. In your era, I could understand facial tattoos being like a, I don't know, a taboo. It's a gang-related thing instead of a. My dad got an IED to the side of his fucking head, and I decided to get a commemorative tattoo for it. You know, it's and that's the way tattoos used to be, is tribal. Yeah.
You know, I made it through this trial, or I have 4 kids, and I'm the chief of the clan, or I fucked 4 deer.
My stepdad always got shit because he had one right here that said my mom's name, and I was always like, it was always it made me realize that people didn't really like the whole face tattoo. I don't think I ever want to get face tattoos. I don't think. I'm not going to say for sure.
It's not really a face tattoo.
Yeah, this is more like a, because I want the top one to be like more of like a Norse type Viking raven. So I want it to like have like the
Celtic.
Yeah, the Celtic look to it, and then the other 2 would be more like regular, just black ravens. I'm so into the fucking Norse mythology thing that I want to incorporate the Norse. So it's a whole big lot of big meanings to it. I don't know if I'll get wings or if I'll just get like the raven head and then 2 smaller ravens like flying.
I mean, there's multiple different ways.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. When I talk to the artist, they'll help me make my decision. That's exactly what happened here. I had a basic concept for it, and then they kind of were like, okay, so this is kind of what you want to do. And I was like, yes.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's no pressure. Okay. So you're good. You're good.
I wasn't putting it out. I was just ashing it.
No, you're good. Yeah, I'm fine. For a minute, I'm trying to breathe again.
It's supposed to be filled in with green, too.
I get you. Hence the virus.
Yeah.
Oh, like it's all I've got is this.
But she moved. I was going to get it fixed this last year.
Yeah.
She moved, and I was like, well, I'll just save the money then.
I think I've shown you it before. Usually I keep it under I wear pants and long fucking socks all the time. So it's not necessarily like I try and keep it undone. It's just a simple fact that it stays undone.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Yeah, and it's the only one I've got. But she...
I have one more.
Is my fiance's, my ex-fiance's. Well, I got her a pen and she was testing it on herself, and I was like, well, I want to get this for, the being able to adult, moving out of the house, carrying, keeping a household and this and that. I was like, I want to get this tattoo to signify the things I've made in the past and the mental instability and things that I've, centered in the journey I've made thus far to make it here. As a mile marker of we've got an apartment, we've got money, we've got shit getting figured out. We're getting things together. So I thought. Either way, now it is more so a reminder of an attempt. You know what I mean? A lesson learned.
Get you.
Not a very good lesson learned, but it's you tried and you failed. Don't do this, do that, do this, do that. Don't do that. Don't do too much of this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my first wife's name tattooed here. So I have Kim there. Still, after 15 years.
I will probably never get anyone tattooed.
Yeah, that's what I said too. And then she wanted us to get both of our names tattooed. And then as soon as the divorce was done, she got my name tattooed over.
I do not care if for
and I'm more like I've thought about it. I'm more like kind of similar. I'm like, it's a good reminder actually.
Yeah,
it's a good reminder to let me know.
Like if you've done it, if you're a reasonable person. I'm not saying everybody should do it, but it's like you can either let it consume you, and you can let it run your life in a way that makes you disdainful and hateful towards whatever it is, or you can just kind of be like, well, this might have happened, but I did lack in this, or I did fail in this, or I did too much of this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's kind of basically the gist with this one.
Yeah, learn and improve.
Yeah, it's you heal, not necessarily heal, but like we do as society.
You'll be scar over. It may not be completely healed, but it's at least to where you can get by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely the takeaway that I've learned is just
reevaluate.
Accept that you fucked up. Accept that they fucked up. Accept that everybody fucked up. Everybody does fuck up.
There are flaws. Shit happens.
Happens, and then just be like, okay, now what did I do wrong? What can I do better?
Exactly.
Now, and then what things can I not do better? And just be like, okay, that's just part of me, and just accept it. And then hopefully you can find someone who's willing to accept it too.
Yep.
Because everybody accepts somebody's flaws. Everybody accepts everybody's flaws. If you get into a relationship, you have to see their flaws and be like, that's okay.
That's where accommodating for the character comes in for, kind of. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. I don't know how we got on
it was big
tattoos, but yeah. So either way,
tattoos come from.
I was always told that it is bad luck, bad juju, to tattoo names and dates. Oh, that's probably what my dad always told me.
Probably true.
But that was where I was getting with that.
It usually like, proves out to be true.
But like even if I knew for a fact that in my soul that person was going to be there for a minute, yeah, that would probably sway my mind to the point to where I would get one, to an extent, or we would eventually get some kind of tattoo. But I don't do names. I don't know. I don't feel like. If you got like a certain bird or a flower, like you said with the crows and the significance of that stuff and what have you, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because then it's
a little bit of symbology that you can manipulate in your mind even.
But it's
as to what it actually means.
Numbers and letters, I feel like if it's a name and what have you, it's like making a voodoo doll of someone kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're
saying. This person's now cursed you rather than
you like they tramp stamped you. You are now their property forever and always. You can never go anywhere, do anything. I mean, you can, but you are now known as Jerry's woman.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I don't know.
All right, you cocksuckers. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yeah, I think we went on a tangent for a
Yep.
couple of minutes. Filled the time for you.
Yeah,
There you
about
go.
20 minutes extra. Y'all have a good night. Share, subscribe.
Even Dad, I don't think I get his name tattooed either.
Hmm?
I said I don't think I get Dad's name tattooed either.
No, I don't think I would ever get somebody's name tattooed again for it.
Like
That's why I'm getting the birds rather than my kids' names. Even that, like I want to represent my kids, but I don't want it to be my kids' names.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with it because it's like I understand the bad juju, but
Well, more bad juju because they're abuse somebody.
you know what I mean. Like
You're just going to be somebody with your dad's name that's just going to be an asshole to you.
yeah, you know.
You get killed by somebody with your dad's name. It's all worse.
Shit. No, my dad's like, he'd be like, I came back just for you, you little fucker. But no.
We only know who the suspect is because underneath the tattooed name was the words, was here.
Yeah. Scratched in with an X-Acto knife. I can't get around it. It is there. No.
All right.
You guys have a good night. Good sleep. Stay warm. Safe trip. Whatever.